Well, 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 it's gonna be one of those weeks. So I get a update on my situation. Jesus, you don't hear anything? Nothing? You're not on the internet. What is going on? Can y'all hear me? 1, 2. Mic check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh man. Well, it's one of those days. One of those days. Hold on. Let me fuck around and fuck up some shit still. Give me seconds. Give me seconds. Doesn't matter. I only got one person there. It's probably me. Oh, this shit crazy. Yeah. Nope, that ain't it. That ain't it. I don't even know what the hell I'm doing now. Go to go to my fucking. Oh, all right. Well, I don't know what to tell you, my love. Okay. I mean, it seems that I'm on. I don't know about you, but I'm on. Let's get rid of headline. There we go. All right. Well, there's another one in here. How's everyone doing? Well, how's the one other person doing? How are you? It's gonna be a thing. I'm gonna have to get this one up and running again because simple fact is it's a backup channel, and of course we already knew there's not gonna be a lot of people in here. So the best thing to do is to keep moving on and moving on. Keep on moving on and move on. Well, J Dub was in here. Well, how are you doing? Let me see what we got on Rumble. So people on Rumble right now. That's good. What we're gonna do? We're gonna talk about all these conspiracy theories that really doesn't mean anything to people today these days. Uh, I have a conspiracy that I got from Mayo. I don't even know if Mayo knows where. I did. I put up a post. I mean, well, anyway, if you say something over there on Rumble Land, guess what? It's gonna pop up and you're gonna show your chat. Even if it's only 8 of you in here, or 6, or 3, or 2, or whatever. If you want to be a part of the conversation, please feel free. Also, I'm gonna drop the link over here on Rumble if you would like to come up and join the stream. And bring a conspiracy theory if you would like, because these are the days where we allow others to come up and give out a conspiracy theory. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put that in the Rumble chat right now. Give me a second. Let me paste that. All right. All right. So to join the panel, oh, what's up, OG Do Dirty? To join the panel on from um Rumbleland, hit that damn link right there. That'll bring you. That will bring you up to the panel where we'll let you up. All we ask is you come up, give the peace sign, show us that you're a real person and not gonna porn bomb the stream. That way we would have to take it down. There goes Kai. She's back on here. What's going on? Anywho, we've been hit on our main page. We are now only on the Uncle Tom channel. You can get back up. It's on again if you want to, depending on which one you want to be on. But yeah, this is gonna be I'm on a 2 week ban. I'm on a 2 week, not ban, but yeah, I'm banned for streaming for 2 weeks again. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna keep it 100 real for you. I'm gonna blame Mayo, and and I'm gonna blame, God dang, Black Thoughts. It was the kibbutz stream. Yeah, 2 weeks. It was the kibbutz, whatever the hell the fucking that word is. It was that stream. It was last week's conspiracy theory. They got me for misinformation. So I don't know what the hell happened. Misinformation came up, and that's what they said. I just submitted appeal. Uh Shit. Let's see. Let me see what it says because they haven't replied back yet. It just says it was submitted today, so we'll know something. They said give them 24 hours. I'm surprised it isn't back yet. It usually hits you literally white right back and says appeal rejected. The last 3 appeals that I put up there, they've all been rejected within minutes. Where this one is actually what 3 or 4. It's about an hour now. It hasn't. It's been submitted. So I don't know. We'll see if we bring us back up or not. But right now, I did appeal it because only thing that we streamed on that day was the major mass media accounts, and of course, there's nothing I can do about that. Those are the major accounts. I did report the news that they reported, and that's what I put on there. And I said, of course, you're not gonna strike them. You're only gonna strike me because I'm the little lonely old motherfucking YouTube streamer. Yeah. And they were like, well, they didn't say anything yet, but I talked to one of their representatives. I was like, I know I don't have a rep. Like, of course, I know nothing what I say is gonna actually mean anything, and I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this strike, and it's gonna stay on no matter how much I appeal. Whatever. We're gonna give it a try, but I vented for probably about an hour to the chick, so she couldn't handle no one else's problem. She can only handle mine or his or whoever he was, that person was. So we were struck while I'm already on another strike. So instead of it being the original 7 days, 'cause I usually get a strike right after I got another one strike, but it's after the time has sur- surpassed. But this time I got another strike within the time, so that gives me a 2 week fucking non streaming abilities. So that sucks. That does suck. But we're on the back porch, J Dub. We are on the back porch. So, oh yeah, it has been a cooler. At least Steven's in here, J Dub's in here. This account is here. OG Do Dirty was here, and I don't understand it, but I do understand it. So again, once again, they didn't give me no timestamp on which part was misinformation because they got me for egregious misinformation. I don't know what it is, but we got that egregious misinformation. So, and I asked, where was the misinformation? Give me a timestamp where I can be like, you know what? That is misinformation. Because that stream was pretty much all about the Israel stream and the Hamas stream, where we literally went over everything. We were spending so much time on that we didn't get no further than that whole thing. And then we went to Rumble and we watched the video. So I don't know how it was that I got a strike, but what can I say? Strikes are always so awkward when they don't even tell you why. That is strange. Yeah, it is strange. At least they gave me said it was well. Last time they said it was hate speech. This time it was misinformation. The time before that I can't even fucking remember. It was probably misinformation. Oh, it was misinformation as well. So I've gotten 2 misinformations. Um, no, I've gotten 3 misinformations and 1 hate speech. So I don't know how to work this YouTube. I guess I'm doing something wrong. I'm not. I'm giving out all wrong information in the YouTube streets here, and I blame Mayo, and I also I also blame Black Thoughts. I'm blaming those 2. It's because you're not a Democrat. That's probably 100% true. But thanks again for being here on the porch, on the back porch. We're gonna rename it. I keep saying I'm gonna rename it, but haven't done it. Because again, this is a backup channel. Yeah. Oh, I can. Oh, okay. No, it's all right. You ain't gotta do it. But I will say this: from now on, after this, I'm gonna do like instead of making it private because I thought I made that private. I may have didn't make it private because we didn't say nothing that too egregious is what I thought. But I thought I put that stream on private, but I guess I was wrong. So instead of keeping these streams up after I do them, I'm just going to automatically delete them because everything is saved to Rumble. So if I'm streaming, no matter if I'm streaming on Rumble or not, they automatically come to Rumble. So if you wanted to replay the last stream or see the last stream, always available on Rumble. My Rumble account is Uncle Tom, and of course, you guys already know that because most of you been to it. What's that? Make sure your notifications on this page is set to all. Please hit the bell sign and subscribe button below and choose all. That is awesome and also correct. So, um, yeah, it is what it is. Let me tell Mayo we're live because I guess he does. Oh, you did tag Mayo? Yeah, I'll send him a message. Hey, we're live on the back porch, buddy. I just want to let him know that he's the reason. Yeah, they all know. Where am I at? Poor illuminated. No, he should know. Let me see. Mayo. Oh, there he goes. I'll send him a message. Come on. Oh, y'all are up here. I don't even. Hold on. Let me change the view. Well, what's going on, guys? Mayo, how are you doing today?
Oh, I just woke up, man.
I'm blaming you, sir.
What for, sir?
you and you and Black Dot got us struck. We got a YouTube strike again.
For what?
Misinformation, sir. All about your kibbutz and your kibbutz.
I doubt that, sir.
That was the stream.
It may have been the stream, but I doubt it was that.
Yeah, I'm quite sure it wasn't that, but they said it was misinformation. So we're gonna blame the white man. It's your fault, sir.
Go ahead.
It doesn't look. He's like, go ahead, whatever.
Well, yeah,
I can't do nothing about it.
Yeah,
No, we can't either. They're like, too bad, so sad, don't care.
I love how they just say misinformation.
Yeah, they wouldn't give
about a 4-hour stream.
Yeah,
That's ridiculous.
You're muted, babe.
You gotta love YouTube.
You're oh, yeah, it was a whole time. So the thing about it was they didn't give me a timestamp, and that's what pissed me off because I was on there talking to a so-called YouTube representative on this, and I asked for a timestamp. Like, it sucks that y'all wouldn't give me a timestamp, but you wanted me to consider the whole stream being misinformation. When I asked you what misinformation was there, you can't point to anything. So how am I supposed to know what I did wrong if you don't point to what it was wrong? I mean, what was wrong? If you don't point to what I was wrong about, how the hell am I supposed to know that's misinformation?
Well, obviously we weren't kissing Hamas's ass, so.
Well, it's probably Israel or Hamas, or both. I don't know what the fuck they expected. But I said everything that we watched that day was coming literally from, except for one video that gave her opinion on the whole flying in through paramotoring. That was pretty much it. Other than that, everything came from a reputable news source.
Yeah.
So, and like I told them, if it came from a reputable news source, you should be giving them a strike as well, and not just me. So they should be getting struck, have a strike as well. But of course, we know they have a YouTube representative, and I don't. So, in other words, you're gonna give me the strike and not them, like always. But it's okay. Like, no, that's not how we do it. Yes, the fuck it is how you do it. Don't tell me.
That's exactly how the fuck they do it.
What's going on, LA? You've been MIA all year. What happened?
It is alive.
Yes, sir. I'm still here.
Oh, you're still here.
How do my mic sound? It was
Mike
great.
sounds good. Your mic sounds good, sir.
Uh, I can hear myself. I don't like that.
Oh, we only hear one version of you, not the whole thing.
Yeah, I don't know. That was great. Great. I'm moving there.
Oh, you are.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's good. You gonna be a passport, bro?
No, but I figure it's just me and start moving around a little bit. Get the hell out of one spot.
Eh, that's what it is.
Uh, So I moved here for like 6 months, then go somewhere else for a few.
Interesting. You already got it planned out, sir?
Yeah, I got it planned out.
So did you get your retirement yet?
No, sir. So as soon as that happens, I will be what's
Passport,
it?
bro, in it. I see you. I see you, Nick.
If you want to call it that.
That's what I'm gonna call it. That's of course we're gonna call it that, sir.
Oh, okay. I can't help what you want to call it, but
That's true. That's a fact.
yeah, I can't help it.
So you gonna tell us about the trip? Besides,
I mean, it was just a regular trip, nothing special.
nothing special.
Went out there, prayed for a few women,
Paid for
and
women.
yeah, prayed for a few women. I mean, I didn't get married, anything like that.
Were you thinking about it?
Um, no,
Damn, you had to think about that shit. That was
no.
a hard thought
Well,
process,
the
right?
thing is, you get caught up, right?
Uh-huh.
Because a lot of the women out there, they sell you a fantasy, right? And I understand why some guys fall for it.
Okay.
Now, I'm always laid back, so I get it. I understand it, but no. I just chill out. That's it.
Okay. All right, I was gonna put a poll up for you, see how long you're gonna be a passport, bro.
Well, if that's the way I want to call it now. Okay. I don't know how else to put it. I just say that I'm single. I don't have any kids, any wife, so there's no need for me to just dedicate myself to one area.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I see why they do it. I see the lore of it.
Okay.
Yeah, I see the lore of it. So we'll see how it works out. Maybe I'll just go ahead and embrace it one day.
Not a pen. I was typing. There's a poll in the chat. We want to know if LA wanted to get married while he was in the DR. The answer is probably yes. He was simping over there.
No,
All right.
you don't have to simp while you're there, sir. That's the beauty of it.
You probably went inside one of them raw. All right.
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. No.
That's a conspiracy, sir.
Did I go inside one of them raw?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what if I get a girlfriend over there? Can I go inside her raw?
No.
No, sir.
So if I get a girlfriend, I can't go inside her raw.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. Well, that's not a girlfriend then.
No, it's not.
If I live over there, you telling me I can't go? See,
No.
the DR is not like people think it is.
Sure. Is that what you're trying to put on us?
Well, no. I have done a lot of things in my day, and going inside one of them raw would not be the worst. But I did not do it.
Okay. All right. I see you.
I did not do it.
Mm.
Like I said, it was a trip to save lives, and I think I did that.
I see. What lies were you trying to save, sir?
The lives of people. What are we doing here?
Did they? You know what? I'm gonna let it go.
I will be going back Super Bowl weekend though again.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah, Super Bowl weekend like I did last year, and hopefully I can save some more lives.
Yeah, I'm proud of you, but I just want you to stay passing out Bibles. That's it. Just make sure you come back to the USA.
I mean, like I said, my plan is to move there for 6 months and come back for another 6, then maybe go to Colombia or
He
something
didn't
like
catch
that.
that over time. He didn't catch that. You did. Okay.
Oh, I did. Oh, I did.
Okay. Passing out Bibles, lady. Remember that. You're passing out the Bible, sir. Not
I'm passing
pamphlets, Bibles. Yeah.
the
So
full
you can't
Bible,
have no.
sir.
Yeah, you can. So that means you ain't no first ladies. You just pass out the Bible. You pass out the pamphlet, you get your first lady. We don't need you with that. You can't do nothing with nothing overseas. She got to be American.
No, sir. See, I can't go with that. I can't go with that.
Sound like Simp Nation over there, sir.
Oh,
Hey,
okay.
I wasn't gonna say it.
That's what
You
I
can't.
heard.
I mean, okay.
Yeah, we can.
Get you one of these strong queens from over here, brother.
Yeah.
Get
I
you an
wasn't.
Somebody that can refrigerate on the back.
That's it.
You
Like
right.
Dr. Umar. Like
Mhm.
Dr. Umar want me to get.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, anyway, I'm glad you're back. You had safe travels. You didn't get robbed, so that's a good thing.
No, it's safe over there. It's not.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
it's safe
Did
over
you
there.
learn how to make you learn how to make cigars, roll cigars?
Actually, I did. I did.
Okay. You going
Y'all
into
know.
business over there yet?
I did what?
Are you going into business over there yet?
No, that's coming up. That's
Okay.
coming up.
All right. How you doing, Mel? How have you been? I mean, she went to Mexico. Did we ever find out how her Mexico trip was?
Yeah, bird attacked her.
Oh, a bird attack. Okay. All right.
Oh yeah, Mel in the chat. What's up, Mel?
Mayo, we had a whole conversation about the inflation prices. I'm glad you sent that that video. I thought it was very intriguing. It was very intriguing because I'm at the process there. People don't understand how much it's actually affecting their pockets.
Correct, sir.
And I'm at the point where they don't give a shit. And if you look at the video, right? The video actually says the same thing. The people give a shit, but they don't give a shit. Which I thought was fascinating. This is why I said they're not the American people are not in pain now. They're not suffering enough to even care. This is why I think they will gladly vote in another demon rat into office. So I want y'all to look at this.
Sir,
Okay.
all you have to do is look at one of the girl math videos to figure that out.
Girl
Have you
math?
seen those? Yes.
No, I haven't. That's weird. I didn't know they had a girl.
I'll put it in the back. This is how these Gen Zers look at money.
Okay. All right. So let's do this. Let's watch this video and you throw that some bitch in the back.
Will do, sir.
Last year, price increases, supply chain issues, corporate greed.
But when we look at inflation, that is still the problem for the Fed. We're seeing prices are still very sticky.
I wanted to see how much this has actually affected our day-to-day lives. Every time I go buy groceries, it seems like everything is so much more expensive. So I dug up an old grocery pickup receipt from this time last year. And I went to that same grocery store to see how much.
The funny thing is, how many people do that shit?
How many people got old receipts?
Yeah.
I have no clue, but I was impressed.
Anybody who's ordered anything online has old receipts.
I guess
Yeah.
you're right. But
And with the pickers, what you call them, motherfuckers? People that be doing the coupons and shit.
oh yeah.
Yeah, they say they shit.
Yeah. What? Yeah, you're right. You know what? You're right. I'm gonna shut up.
That same list of groceries would cost me today.
I was impressed.
If you're worried about the accuracy of this
More
test,
ever.
let me put your mind at ease real quick.
Here you go.
I took economics in college. I should first say, this is very
You should
unlike
put
me.
that
I
on
never
there.
used to look at grocery prices. I would just buy whatever I wanted, but all my money's going away so fast. I need to figure out why I feel so poor, even while making a pretty decent income as a designer. So I'm not quite to the old grandma collecting coupons, but I'm getting close. Starting with the item that
That was my key right there, Mayo. When he said that, that shows what I was saying. No one's feeling it as much as we think they are. As much as the media says we're feeling it, I don't think they're feeling it, but they're not caring because they're making adjustments elsewhere.
But on
They
this one,
they may not go to the doctor. How about that?
but on this run, he's also talking about in the past year.
Yeah. I got you.
The next one is
Well-
going all the way back to 2020.
Yes, and that one was even worse. But but like I said, people have made adjustments. Where I said most people that were living in a place that had good income, they would move to another place, and it won't feel the same way as it would as they were living in another place because they made the adjustment somewhere else. And that was my synopsis of it. But we'll keep going.
Saw the biggest jump in price. You guessed it, eggs. Last year, 18 eggs cost us $1.59, and today it's $4.89. That's a 207.55% price increase. This is, of course, not because of inflation, but the avian flu recently caused an egg shortage, so the price went up. But still, 207% increase is a lot. But at the same time, I mean, $4.89 for like 4 meals is pretty cheap. Okay, moving on. I was surprised that a lot of stuff actually stayed the same price, like the exact same price, and one item even dropped in price, like by a lot. Oat milk. What's going on? No one like oat milk anymore? Hey, I'm not complaining. More oat milk for me in my protein shakes. For all you oat milk haters out there, no. Okay, almond milk is gross. Regular milk gives me the toots. So here we are. Speaking of dairy, they're saying the biggest price increases are in dairy and meat. These cheese slices went up by 24.5%. A half gallon of chocolate milk went up by 42.33%. And a 32-ounce bag of Mexican-style shredded cheese went up by 14.31%. It's crazy how much prices have gone up in a single year. Well, later in this video, we're going to look at a receipt that I found from before COVID and compare it to today's prices. And it's way worse. It's way worse. In the meat aisle, 1 pound of ground beef went up 37% from $5.09 to $6.99. Ground turkey went from $4.49 to $5.99, a 33% price increase. Bread saw a pretty big jump in price with a 27% increase. Quaker oats are 33% more expensive, but the most heartbreaking one for me, at a 51% jump in price from last year, is GT's kombucha. It used to be $2.50. Maybe GT Dave actually was the villain all along.
Oh my god. That's the most villain shit I've ever seen. It really is.
So the total for this basket of goods in 2021 was $114.93, and today was $127.56. That's a 10.99% increase, 11% increase. Now, I'm obviously going to...
So do you think that makes a difference there, Mayo?
No, sir. I also noticed a lot of the tags he was looking at and took his prices off of were sale tags.
Yeah, I'm not even paying attention. The only thing I ain't even gonna go with the eggs, bro. Most of that shit he was showing anyway, bro, ain't the right type of products for you, and we don't supposed to be buying that shit.
Well, it was just life of a white guy in today's society, sir. That's all.
Yeah, and nigga said kombucha and something else, and yeah, the stuff he was talking about, bro. Only thing I can agree with is with the eggs, but I'm gonna even take that even further, and I'm gonna have to disagree with that nigga on the eggs. It's a larger markup than what he's saying. His numbers is wrong.
Okay.
I can tell you that by now. I think a carton of eggs right now is like damn near $6, $7.
Oh, if you get good eggs, if you don't get store
Yeah,
brand, you get good eggs, yeah.
Yeah, the motherfuckers hiding them up, bro. So
all right. Well, okay. Well, we'll go. Well, let's add 5% to this. Let's say it's a 15% jump instead of the 10.
there we go. There we go.
I'll grant you that. I'll give you that. But do you think people are really giving a shit?
I think they're noticing.
I don't think they is. I'm gonna tell you the reason why, because food stamps.
You think it's because of food stamps?
Niggas still balling out in food stamps.
That's still a conspiracy, sir.
Going to take all this information
even
to my
food stamps
employer
took a
and ask
dump
for a
this year.
10.99% raise. It's a cost of living raise. So they'll definitely go for that, right? I've personally never received any kind of raise to match inflation. I've never heard of anyone that has. But a lot of people on the internet seem to think that this is something that should happen.
We have never given an inflation raise in the history of this company, nor will we. Okay? You are paid what the position pays in the marketplace.
Damn.
You're paid what you can be replaced for.
Damn.
God damn,
with rare
Dave.
exceptions. We give everybody 8% raises because the news says inflation went up 8%. You can't afford to do that, number one. Number two, it's not fair. Number three, it doesn't make sense from a business perspective.
You need to communicate this, but the reality is let's play this out. They think that they should get a bump for inflation. So if we play that reasoning out, that means you take it away as soon as inflation begins to subside, and they wouldn't be cool with that either.
By the way, if you're enjoying this video, please subscribe to the channel. We're trying to catch Dave Ramsey in subscribers, and we're getting close. We're getting close. One thing that Ken Coleman was saying in this clip, which is a little bit silly. I love you, Ken Coleman. He reacted to one of my videos, so I got to give the man some love.
I recently came across a video that's done very, very well on YouTube. It comes from Jake Farron and his channel. He had 2 full-time jobs, apparently crushing them in both, but then he gets caught. You got to see this story. We're going to react to this in real time. Here we go from Jake.
His whole argument for like, okay, so you want to raise to match inflation, but what about when inflation goes back down? Then are you going to get a pay cut in that case? But if you look at the charts, so this is the 12-month percentage change in inflation. So you can see inflation got up as high as 9.1%. So you might think like, oh, I should get a 9.1% raise, but now it's come back down to 5%. So then would I have to give back that 4% because inflation's come down? So when inflation goes up, prices go up, right? What about when inflation goes down? Then prices are still going up. They are still going up, but just at a slower rate. So if in 1 year a standard grocery run for me is 11% more expensive, how much more is it now compared to before COVID when all this really started picking up? Like look at the increase over the last year compared to clear down here in March 2020. So I was trying to figure out how to see the prices from before COVID. Then I realized we used to do a lot of grocery pickup at Walmart. So I searched my wife's email and boom, a receipt from March 2020. Man, March 2020. What a strange time. So we headed to Walmart to hopefully discover why we feel so poor now. Starting with the biggest price increase. Yeah, you guessed it. This thing used to cost $3. It's 10 now. That's a 231% price increase. The next biggest jump at a 63% increase.
The same goddamn chickens.
Breasts. It's a 3-pound bag. It went from $5.94 to $9.74. That's wild. Quaker Oats.
And he didn't even do the motherfucking wings, nigga. That was like a 45% jump, maybe 60, especially on them them chicken wings. Oh my God, them drum.
Y'all better lay out. You better not do it. You better not eat them. That's how you get thunder thighs. That's how mans get ass. You don't want you start eating that shit. I'm telling you, bro, that same piece that you eating off that, hey, you can get that, you can cut that piece, bro, and make that same drumette, bro. Do not get that stuff that's processed.
I know how to get it off there.
I've been waiting on this dude to go over there and grab a real chicken. This nigga going to everything that's processed.
All right. Yeah, he kind of is.
It went up 54%. This 10-pound bag of potatoes went from $3.49 to $5.97. That's a 51.52% increase. Milk went up 47%. This peanut butter is 43% more. Honey is up 42%. Rice.
What the fuck is he buying? What is he making?
All of these items also saw a pretty big jump in price.
Buying the same thing he bought.
While we were doing our shopping, we came across the
zesty ass buying
display, and it looked terrible. Complete mess. So it took a second to clean it all up. I got your back, Mr. Beast. No worries. So the total back in March of 2020 for this basket of goods, yes, I'm an economist, basket of goods was $117.01. And today, the same basket of goods would cost you $151.99. That's an increase of a whopping 29.89%. That's a solid chunk of change. If money's feeling tight for you right now, you might enjoy this video where I break down my monthly spending. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one.
Yeah, I don't care about that part. But it showed the 29% jump in 3 years. That is a massive amount. I don't even know how much we pay on go to store. I don't go to store too often. The wife does. And I know she complains about it. So. I know there is some inflation going on in food pricing. Not only that, prices everywhere has gone up, including, I don't know why electricity has gone up. Well, I know why electricity has gone up, but not just electricity, water's gone up. Even the what do you call it? Pickup trash has gone up. Everything's gone up. Everything has gone up. And even Spectrum has gone up. For what reason, I don't know. Matter of fact,
because they have to put gas in their trucks, Tom.
Oh, there you go. There you go. That makes more sense. That makes more sense. Because we should eat up that inflation part. That, I got this thing. That's why I told I'm gonna fucking cut the total internet off. Not internet, the what do you call it? TV section, well, the streaming part off, because the simple fact is I just got charged $24 extra just because they had to buy into a contract for channels that I am not currently watching or even have subscribed to. But I'm getting charged for the contract that they put in there.
Let's go.
So,
What
thank
the
you.
fuck was that?
That was the like from Facebook, sir. But yeah, that's asinine that I gotta pay for something because the channels that I got the basic channels and then some other channels that are not actually Disney channels. So you know how they did the new contract with Disney. They're not Disney channels, but I'm getting charged for them like I'm watching them, which is irritating to say the least. What have y'all noticed that was actually higher than it was before? Besides everything doesn't. This woman,
Cars.
everything's like $1 more.
New and used cars are ridiculous.
Yeah. The wife said everything in the store is $1 more now. Again, I don't shop, so she does. So I'm not saying that I disagree with her on that one because I kind of do. But the reason I wanted to play this, I'm glad Mayo put it back there because it shows for people that pay attention on the way of the country. If it's getting bad this quickly.
Well, imagine that's a single mom with 3 kids, not just a single dude.
Mm-hmm.
Bitch should have closed the legs.
It's gonna hit a lot harder.
It would hit a lot harder because she's gonna have to work harder for the same amount of shit she did. She's gonna have to work hours, overtime hours somewhere else, and hopefully the kids don't have to go to daycare because those prices have went up as well.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. My wife said it's free for a single chick to have daycare. I don't know. That's probably true. If they're getting money off the state, the daycare is probably true. But it's okay. Hold on. Oh,
Did you get the other link, Tom?
yes, I'm trying to.
Because this is why they're screwed with money. This is why they'll never buy a house.
But this shit here, OG Duder, you own a business and you're doing business like things. Can you tell me what have you overcharged motherfuckers for, sir? Since inflation didn't hit?
Well, sir, with my business, it's better for you to undercharge and get more customers and push the product out than you to overcharge somebody and go for the big bag. Because you always gonna, especially when it comes to vegetables like that 10-pound bag of them potatoes, come to us. We can beat that.
Well, you're
them
not
tomatoes, I can beat that. Especially them eggs.
Do you send products through the mail, sir?
There's certain ones we can, certain ones that we can't. But if we do send it to you, it's gonna have to be frozen, and that's if we have it in stock.
Well,
It'll be like the in the freeze bags, but sealed. So as soon as you pop them open, they puff out, suck all. Yeah.
Okay. Well, shit. All right. So Mayo said, Jesus Christ. So you said you don't overcharge for products. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. No.
Do you do all the work yourself, sir?
No. We probably got like 4, 5. I'm gonna say 6 employees when motherfuckers want work.
I'm gonna need you to do a video on how much work you do every day. I think you should overcharge you some bitches. Personally, let me be your man.
Nah.
Oh, yeah, sir, you're gonna want to overcharge them after you see who your customer base.
No, look. So look, we looked up and got in with the farmers market, bro. So most farmers markets, like when I was in Dallas and when I was in Louisiana, we went down there with my uncle now. They couldn't do the same things we do up here. Like we could take food stamp, we could take EBT cards. So, bro, we don't miss.
This nigga said we can take EBT cards at the farmers market. Nigga, did you hear this shit?
Nigga, we don't miss.
Hey, I'd rather have them spend it at the farmers market than on Frito-Lay.
Sure,
Yeah.
that's true. But the fact that it's still funny. It's still fun. I need somebody that got food stamps. Someone. If you selling food, not even listen. If you want to help out a needy, black and white mixed family, please just send your food stamp card to us. We will probably put that shit to use. If you feel guilty about having food stamps, you can
if that's the case, you are gonna stop shopping because I am not using it.
see what I gotta deal with. You see what I
Hey,
gotta deal
hey,
with?
when I get that thing, I'll be swiping that thing, bro, like it's my black card. Here you go. Hey, big basket full of stuff. You know what I'm talking
Well, you two can go together and have a little free for all with your food stamp card and all that.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. It don't shame me. I grew up with food stamps. You know what I'm saying? So
Whatever.
you know that when they had the food stamp booklets.
Okay.
Oh, the coupons.
Yeah. Man. All right. Let's do this is girl math. How old is this? First off, this is a little girl. I don't want to talk bad about a little girl, Mayo. You got me over here talking about a little girl night. What's she
Sir,
like?
she's married. She's
Oh,
married, sir.
Oh, she has a little girl face. I thought
She's
she
married?
Yes.
I would have guessed 12 too.
about? I wasn't gonna say nothing.
Damn.
That's a rough look.
Yeah, I said the same thing, LA. I wasn't gonna say nothing.
She kind of looks like she got a little downs in her.
Okay. Well, let's see what she got to say.
Here's a list of things that I firmly believe because of girl math. Anything under $5 is free. Anything I buy with a gift card is free. If I buy something but then I return it, I've made money. Going to an event or a concert is free because I purchased the tickets so long ago it doesn't even count. I load my Starbucks app in advance, so Starbucks is free. Anything discounted more than 50% is free, and I am losing money by not getting it. If I'm paying someone back for dinner and I have money in Venmo, that dinner is free. If I don't buy something, if I don't buy a pair of shorts for $50, I've made $50 and I can then go spend $50 on something else. Okay, this one's a little bit weird, but my husband and I share credit cards and a bank account, but somehow every time that he puts down his card with his name on it, that's free and he paid.
Oh, she's retarded.
Oh yeah, very retarded. Somebody please explain to her that a gift card is not free.
Sir, if you type in #girlmath,
hey Sherelle,
you will hear thousands of these in TikTok.
Oh, sir.
And you will understand why they will never own homes.
Oh, they think that shit's cute. They think it's cute to pretend you're stupid.
No, they're not pretending,
hey, Sherelle.
Kai. They're not pretending, Kai.
Is she married to a deaf guy? Is she married to a moron? Is she married to...
There's one in there, and it's a guy. Actually, it's a girl telling her father how she thinks about money. Let me find that. Hold on.
What does he say? Because what an idiot.
We just watched a white girl. Let's watch a jig. Let's see what she says. Something different. Please say something different than that one. That was pretty bad. That was pretty fucking bad.
Total sense to me. If I'm ordering clothes and the clothes come up to $100, but the shipping is $50, that's too much money. If I'm ordering clothes and the clothes come up to $150 and the shipping is $0, I could deal with that. This is actually universal, but paying with cash is free. If I spend money the day before I get paid, I didn't lose any money. Girl math things that makes total sense.
Holy shit.
And this is why I'm moving to the. This is why I'm moving to the DR. This is why I'm moving to the
middle.
DR.
That one in the middle, sir.
You just asked me why. This is why I'm moving.
No, up top. Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna explain girl math to you. Okay, are you ready? Okay. So, if there's money on my Starbucks app, and I go to buy a coffee and I use the app, it's free.
Oh no, that's
the coffee's free. That's not, but it is. No, if my total at Target is $60, but I use $40 in cash, I really actually only paid $20. No. Are you delusional? If I spend...
No, sir.
Yeah, you need to
the
get
one
away
I
from
put in the
her.
link, sir. The one I put in the
If I
link.
don't spend anything today, I've doubled my budget for tomorrow.
What?
My thing is, bro, I might agree with that. If you pay in cash, it's free. How does that make any sense? No, listen, your cash isn't real money. It's not logical, bro. It doesn't make sense, but if I return something, I'm making money. No, okay. Because the money's coming back to my account. Okay. All bodysuits and dresses are 50% off because you're saving money on a top and a bottom. Bro. If I spend money the day before I get paid, I didn't lose any money. It doesn't make sense, but it makes sense. I feel like girls be mathing, and the math don't be mathing, but it be mathing.
Nigga, you are insane.
Nigga, the one I put in the link, sir.
I'm about to. This shit is absolutely fucked.
And this is why they will never own a home, sir.
All right, hold on.
Now y'all see why I said on the other stream, don't put your trust in these niggas, these young folks. Boy, them niggas dumb. Them niggas dumb, bro.
Hey, I already said that shit. It's motherfucking Black Thoughts who believe that bullshit. And goddamn, what that nigga name is? Blacks who identify who was capable for these hoes, man. I tried to tell him. He ain't want to believe Fat Me Greasy, though.
No.
This shit crazy.
That nigga said if I return something, nigga.
It did.
That nigga crazy.
Okay, part 3 of explaining girl math to my dad. If something's less than $5, it's free.
No. What if you buy 100 things that are $4?
They're all for free.
No, it's $400, which is obviously not free.
Okay, if I want to get Starbucks or something like that, and there's already money in the account, like money in my app, it's free. Like I'm not paying for that Starbucks.
You just loaned them money, and then you're using money that you've already loaned.
But it's
them.
already
not
left my
free.
bank account, so it's free.
No, but it's in a different account. It's in the Starbucks
It's
account.
free. Okay, if I'm shopping and it's like, oh, spend $10 more and then we'll give you free shipping. Even if the shipping's $4, I should spend the $10 because it's a better investment.
No.
How is that cute? That's not cute. That's not fucking cute.
Yeah, she ain't that fine to be that stupid. She need to grow a brain.
Oh, how you gonna hold on, Black Thought? How you gonna say I'm lying on you, motherfuckers?
And sir, this is why the system doesn't work for them. It's because they're too stupid to navigate it.
Jesus, listen, Black Thoughts, you're fucking insane, bro. I am not lying on you. You two said that everyone's feeling it, sure, but they're gonna vote for the right people because they're feeling it. You are absolutely, profoundly fucking insane if you believe that shit. You and your brother Blacks who identify. I'm just saying. Did I say Blacks who identify? Blacks who identify. Because if I would bring up the other stream where you both said that shit, but it's probably banned right now or some shit. I don't fucking know. Because of you and your white brother Mayo. Just want to throw that out there. Y'all got you and Kibbutz and kerfuffles and shit. Yeah, you two niggas. You two ninjas. Okay, have you heard anything about the 1940 rat maze project or experiment?
Yeah.
Mayo?
Rat Utopia.
Yeah, Matt Rat. That was in 72 though, but there's another one that was 1940 that happened before with a black dude who did it.
Didn't hear about that one.
It probably wasn't a black dude. I don't fucking know. It was a dude. Anyway, it was a black. It was people who did it. It was people. I don't give a fuck what color they were. They actually had a good thing. I'm gonna let a jigaboo explain it. And I thought it was fascinating. If you think about what they said and what happened, you can't help but be like, you know what I mean? And I don't think it's a conspiracy, kind of, sort of, because it actually played out in reality. So I already know Mayo knows what the hell I'm talking about, so I don't have to explain it to him. Oh my God, hear this jigaboo. Oh, yeah, Peacock brought his ass up here. Mr. Kibbutz himself.
Uncle Tom, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Who do brands and companies market to?
Females. We all know that. Yeah.
Who's the number one consumer?
White women.
Okay, women. White women, right?
Hey, your mic is really low, sir.
That's the same thing fucking what's his name was saying, CT.
Yeah, it's like really. Hold on, let me see if I can help you.
That's a brand new phone.
You know what probably is? You probably have both apps open. You might want to close one of them. It's like putting you in an echo communication type shit.
Yeah, is it still bad?
Yeah. Try switching the audio version of it.
It should be on there already. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but you got an echo. So you have an app. You have the app open.
No, it's closed. I just closed it.
No.
All right, whatever. I'll just go to StreamYard.
All right. So this is. Well, you don't even have to see him. You just gotta listen to what they say because the fact is, this shit was interesting when I heard it.
It's your typical nigga shit. And I'm just tired of the typical nigga shit. I used to, what keep you focused? Like, what keep me focused is looking at the community. You know what I'm saying? It's something called the Tyrone Mays Rat Experiment. Y'all need to look that up. It's called the Tyrone's Mays Rat Experiment. It went down in 1940. He ended up getting it from another psychiatrist in 1840. It's called the Tyrone Mays Rat Experiment. And what they did was they took a few hundred rats, right? And they splitted them and they divided them. And what they did was they created an environment for both of these rats to live in. In one subject, they took about 100 rats and they put it in an environment where it had clean water. They put it in an environment where it had the right amount of space for the rats can, get, basically if they wanted to be by themselves, they could. They made sure that it was good food in there that didn't have any type of poisons put inside the foods.
Hey, yo. They put him in the white community.
They put him in the suburbs.
They put him in the suburbs. God damn. Let's keep going.
They even gave them space to breathe, to go upstairs, downstairs. They just gave them this abundant environment. Right? They put these rats in there. Mind you, these the same rats with the same genetical molecular structure, with nothing different. They both came from the same mama, the same daddy, the same family tree, right? So they took these rats, they put one in a good environment, then they put the other 100 rats in a bad environment where they didn't get water. If they did get water, the water actually had acids in it. They made sure they didn't give them the regular food. I think they gave them like cat food or something like that with a bunch of pellets that was inside of them, right? They stuck them on top of each other and they made sure that the space was very, very small. They never cleaned any poop out of the maze.
So they sent them to New York.
This nigga's an
I would have
asshole.
to actually see the study to believe it.
He's not lying.
Well, your mic is trash right now. It's trash. But it don't matter. They sent him to New York. Either New York or New Jersey or both. And they sent him to PA. This is crazy. Send him to Kensington like a motherfucker. God damn.
If they sent them to Oklahoma, they'd be eating each other because they on
Oh,
meth.
no, if they sent him to Oklahoma, they got enough space, right? Because we don't see rats in Oklahoma, motherfucker.
Yeah, because y'all
That's
eat
a
them
fact.
all.
No, we do not.
You meth heads eat every fucking thing.
Yeah, you just
That's
mad
a lie.
you're talking about your home state right now.
They never
That nigga say
cleaned. They
about
pissed
that.
out of the maze and they left them in there. They left them in there for 4 months and they watched how their behavior changed. They went back and they got the actual rats that came from the good environment and they put them in the maze. They ended up going through the maze very, very fast. Then they ended up going to get the rats that they put in the bad environment and put them in the maze, and they didn't know how to even make it through the first section of the maze. So he like, maybe this is a coincidence.
Nigga rat.
So he did it. So what he did was he switched the rats. He took the rats that was smart, that made it through the maze, that was in the good environment, and he put them in the bad environment. Then he took the rats that was in the bad environment, that was dummies that couldn't make it through the maze at all, and he put them in the good environment. He waited 4 months, then he took them back out. The same rats that was good and smart, that was in the good environment, that he put in the bad environment, now they couldn't make it through the maze. The same rats that was in the bad environments, that was dummies that couldn't make it through the maze, he put them in a good environment. Now they making it through the maze and making it through life just fine. So he said, damn, it ain't the genetics. It ain't who these people is as individuals. It's the community. It's the environment that you put these biological entities in that changes the way they interact with their environment and with themselves. Did you know he did another 6-month experiments on the same rats that he left in the bad environment? Guess what they started doing? Killing each other. Some of the male rats started humping other male rats.
You talking about LA right now. You over there humping other men. Look at you, LA. You talking about you, bro.
You up here listening to a nigga with, I don't know what that's an Uncle Tom hat if I ain't ever seen one in my life.
Oh,
That's some bullshit you wear, sir.
Look at you. Are you offended right now, sir?
No, sir. No,
Okay.
sir. I knew a long time ago that niggas eat each other.
Okay. Well, let's continue going.
Homosexuality.
Mm.
Look, the
Told you.
other rats that was at the bottom that didn't have the food, these niggas went upstairs to the other rats and started robbing them for food and water. I said, damn, this sound like your typical project. Don't this sound like the PJs? This is a real rat experiment. So it made me start questioning. I had to sit back and really rub my
So they
chin.
turned into Robin rats.
They turned into robbing homosexual.
What else are you gonna do?
rats.
It's a survival mechanism at this point.
Now check this out, though, guys.
No.
It was
Oh,
a
got it.
selective group of female.
Oh, so you don't think it would be?
No, sir.
What would it be, sir?
Sir, just because you're in close quarters with other men don't mean you're gonna fuck them. What are we doing here?
That's not. You obviously only stopped hearing at that point.
No, I stopped
Sir,
listening to you.
have you ever heard of the United States Navy?
Yeah, you're right. You're 100% right.
So are we done with that? You hear the rest of the part besides the fucking each other
No,
part?
because what he's doing is he's making a case for why blackity blacks act the way they act.
No, he's not.
He's 100% doing it. He's saying if you put black people or people in a bad environment, they inevitably gonna turn out bad.
He didn't give a race, but
Sir, he's a blackity black. He's called a black woman queen. Who else do that?
who said they called him a black woman queen?
He just said it. He said queen mother. That motherfucker's a blackity black. And look at you listening to blackity blacks. I fucking knew it. You are undercover goddamn hotep nigga. I knew it. I knew it.
What's the hotep?
You hold your tap. I don't fucking know. I just hear the term.
The fuck you? Go ahead and tell me I'm something that you don't even know and I don't know what it is. You just making up shit right now?
No, it's actually something called hotep. I bullshit you not.
So how are you gonna call someone a
Oh,
hotep? You don't even know what that is. Go ahead, Mayo. Fuck this nigga, man.
Well, no, I don't think he's. I think he's combining the two big rat experiments.
Yeah, he is.
He's not, because this one by Robert Coyote Tyrone was just about mazes.
Yeah. No, there's actually more data into what he's saying. He just broke it down simply, I would say, for the
Yeah, but he had it in the
fucking each other and shit.
No, he had it in the way that they were kept differently.
Well, they were kept differently.
No, they weren't, sir.
Yeah, I got the whole.
No, sir. No, sir.
I just listened to the experiment out of the person who did this experiment's mouth. Not this guy, the one who actually did it. It's on YouTube. You hear him talk about it. So he's not necessarily wrong. He did keep them differently.
He kept the dull rats with the dull rats and the smart rats with the smart rats.
Sure. Okay.
But what he's describing is the 1962 Mouse Utopia experiment.
I thought it was 72.
Or no, it was 60s.
Okay. All right. Well, there's been. Did you hear about the experiments where they gave them what was it, cocaine in the water? That shit was funny. That shit was funny. Okay, we can deal with this one.
Rats, and I really want y'all to look this up when y'all get home today. Watch this. It will fuck your mind up. The female rats, they started pampering themselves. They used to let their children just do what the fuck ever. They started pampering themselves. All they was worried about.
The hood rats. Which one these?
See, these was the hood rats.
Okay.
The hood rats, right? Exactly. So the hood rats. I'm gonna quote that. The hood rats. All they did was pamper themselves. The only thing that they worried about was their fur. They worried about their weight. They didn't worry about their children anymore. They weren't worried about the mama papa rat. The only thing that they focused on was their actual cells. And then the father rat started going to other different parts of the actual rat experiment cage and started like bullying on the younger children. It was crazy, man. Look, it gets so deep when you really start watching it. It even rapists started happening. Rape. With the older male rats in the community started raping the younger males in the younger female rats.
Shit, huh?
Same thing that happens in the ghetto where
what did I call it? Did I call it, sir? Did I call it?
Did he give a race yet, sir?
Come on, sir, stop it.
Did he give a race yet, sir?
Sir, you know who he's talking about. Hey, what are we doing here?
There's no white ghetto, sir?
It's 100% a white ghetto, sir. But you know who he's talking about.
No, I don't know nothing unless he
Okay.
sir. All right, I'm gonna need you to stop. See what you're doing right here. You're making an assumption.
So do we normally call white people neighborhoods, white ghettos, hoods?
Yes.
No, sir. No.
Did he say hood? Or did he
Yes,
say
sir.
ghetto?
He said hood.
When did he say hood? Just a second ago?
Yeah, a second ago.
Okay, let's rewind it.
community started raping the younger males and the younger female rats.
Before this.
Same thing that happens in the ghetto where a young girl will get touched on by their uncle. Or a young male will get touched on by their uncle or their auntie. This happens. So it's like, damn, is this rat experiment that's going on in Tyrone, rat maze experiments, the same shit that's going on with us in these communities? And then you have to ask yourself in the projects. Right. And who built?
Now, if you would have said, I want to say he put the projects with, I would say the projects is, nigger them. But ghetto actually started off with white folks, sir.
Started off with the Jewish community,
aka
Jewish people.
Okay.
You ain't tired of getting demonetized, huh?
I just said aka white people. You don't want one to keep saying with the Jew shit, sir. That's why I said aka, sir. You just didn't get it. You're a little slow. It's all right. Niggas from Pennsylvania always been slow in life. It's okay.
Built these communities. We didn't build these communities. We ain't put the liquor stores in these communities. We ain't put dope in here. You got something called Russian AK-47s. Niggas ain't never been to Russia.
You know what? Stop. Shut the fuck up. You're about to get on my nerves.
Nah, he put on it. He said niggas. I give him. He said niggas. Now
So let me ask you a question. The whole time, this is the only time he was talking about black people, or he been talking about black people this whole time.
I don't know. I can't. He didn't put a name.
And he's completely wrong about the experiment.
Yes, he is. But
this is ridiculous.
It wasn't completely wrong. He's got wrong sections in it where he puts different.
He's got the wrong experiment completely.
This is time, homie.
I don't even know who he is. All I know, it says Big Facts in there. I don't even know his name. Do you know his name, sir?
Niggers.
Okay.
Can't get rid of them. Like Obsidian said today. They like roaches. Can't get rid of them.
That's what he said.
Hotep. Yeah, man. But I'm tired of these Hotep dudes, man.
That's what he said. That's what he said?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
You got Japanese SKs. We ain't never been to Japan. We got grenades that come from
grenades. When have you seen the grenade in the hood?
I'm talking about the hood. I told you.
Hey, Mayo, that's how I know he wasn't talking about black folks, because I don't think black folks got grenades, man.
No,
Only white people do.
Apparently they do, sir.
No. I think white people have grenades.
Nah, grenades. It's a couple of black niggas who got them.
You got the grenade, sir?
I ain't got none. I ain't about to tell no.
Anybody
I
who
ain't
was in the
saying.
service could have got grenades, sir.
I know people with them though. I thought them niggas was crazy. Like, what are you doing with this in the hood, nigga? Who you about to blow up?
Themselves.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
So, do you think there's more white people with grenades or black people with grenades?
I think more Russians with grenades.
Okay, more Russian. That's one person. AKA, what color? What color are they, sir?
It's black Russians too. Russia is
Ah,
not a race.
oh, what is Russia? What's this Russian then?
I don't know. You tell me.
It's a nationality, sir.
Well, you didn't even know he was talking about black people this whole time. The whole
I
tech
know
nigga.
I did. I was just waiting for him to say it.
So you did,
And sir, big facts is Big Banks, DJ Scream, Baby Jade.
Okay, well, thank
They're
you.
out of Atlanta.
I still wouldn't have looked it up because personally,
Yeah. Yeah, Baby J is the old girl right there. The other nigga got the goals in his mouth. Yeah, they went into it. They got into it with certain people, bro. You gotta watch that shit.
Okay. Well, you got someone that's vouching for him. They hundo.
No, I'm not vouching. No, I'm not vouching for these niggas. Is retarded.
What?
I'm not vouching for these niggas. These niggas don't think like me, bro. No, these niggas is retarded.
That's not what I heard. What I heard is that you need to watch what they doing because they got some good shit they working on over there. Is that what you saying?
No, sir.
Oh my God, you can't even get the black folks to vouch for black folks. What kind of shit?
Yeah, hell no. I'll vouch for the back porch.
Well, thank you. Let's see. Hey, Black Thoughts. Let's see if your mic is working correctly, good sir. Because I know you got some things to say.
Yo, have you ever seen?
There we go. Now it's out.
Have you ever seen when the cops do a bust sometimes in the so-called hood, the stuff that they pull out?
No, sir. I don't live in the hood, so I wouldn't see it.
Yeah, sometimes you ask yourself, who are you going to war with? What small country are you having a war with?
Are you talking about the militarization of the police force? Is that what you're saying?
No, sir.
Oh.
Yeah, he's just being stupid today.
I was asking a question. Was you talking about the militarization of the police
He's
force?
talking about drug dealers, sir.
I
Gangbangers.
don't know any drug dealers with gangbangers, sir. No.
Sir, you said on this panel you used to sell drugs. What are we doing here?
Wait.
Because you sell drugs don't make you a drug dealer.
That's a
That's
fact.
a fact.
Sir. That's a cold hard fact.
Wait a minute, sir. Wait.
Best line I ever heard in my life.
Yeah,
Sure.
so I'm not surprised that dudes in the hood have grenades.
Grenades. He said grenades.
Yeah, I don't know. I refuse to subject myself to that. Yeah, so that's not surprising. Like people buy whatever they could get their hands on. So if somebody come with grenades,
Grenades, man.
Because sometimes they feel like I don't know, maybe they need it. I truly don't know. But some people have stuff in their house that you're just like, are you going into war with another country?
Mm-hmm.
What's happening here? So absolutely, there's people with grenades in their homes that are of so-called African American descent.
Do you have any grenades, sir?
No, sir.
Okay, all right. L.A. Wilkes, do you have any grenades?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. OG Do Dirty. How many grenades do you have in your house? Between 1 and 5.
None, sir. You know they won't let a black man like me get grenades.
Okay. All right. Mayo, the only white man on the panel.
Oh, don't ask Mayo that. Don't ask Mayo.
How many grenades do you have between your household? Probably between 1 and 50.
I plead the fifth, sir.
Do you have any rocket launchers? Because I've heard that black people are carrying rocket
No,
launchers.
I don't have any rocket launchers.
Oh, self-propelled rocket launchers.
No, sir.
Do you know anyone that does?
I plead the fifth, sir.
Okay. All right. That's amazing. Okay.
Here's the thing. I don't know anyone that has grenades.
You don't know. No one that has no garnades. Okay.
No, no garnades.
Tom, I swear, 3-4 times a year, they're clearing out some old person's house around here, and they're pulling live grenades out of these World War II vets' out homes all the freaking time out here. It's crazy.
Oh no, I agree with you on that one. I mean, I've seen it there in Oklahoma, where a couple of people actually had garnades, sir.
Yeah, I knew an old farmer here in Kansas who actually brought a case back with him from World War II, and the only thing he used them for was blowing stumps out of his fields.
I can believe that. I can believe that. I know that they had the base Fort Sill locked down for like 3 days. They were missing 2 of them.
I mean, Mayo. Yeah, I mean that's a cheap route, man.
Hey, dude, he said it was. He said it himself. It was the best thing he'd ever found to get rid of stumps.
Yeah, I believe it. Like that's a cheap route.
Hey, so I don't know if y'all want to watch this white man talk about his mouse utopia experiment, but you know,
I think you should play it since we watched old Senor Garnades there. Tell us about it. Like we can't leave it at that.
If OG, cause see, I gotta listen to OG do dirty because you and Mayo got me struck. Okay?
What y'all about to play?
Oh, white man talking about his experiment of rat people.
Oh yeah, that's cool. I want to see what he's talking about. I want to see what
Salty,
he did with the good rats.
The only thing I didn't see was a blown up car though, at the hospital.
Okay.
If I would have seen a car, all I saw was burnt cars.
Oh, one of the people that I was in military with, that I knew in the military from the military, she her house burned down 8 days ago. Crazy.
Did her grenades explode?
There's no grenades. I didn't know what the hell happened, but I know there's no grenades there.
What made you bring that up?
We're talking about fires and
blown up cars.
I have a fire.
I know it's just kind of strange. A lady from my new house burnt there. Okay.
No, I don't know why I said that, but you know,
you said it. You
You
stand by
think
it.
it was a little God's chosen people's lightning?
Yeah.
Well, that's I wouldn't say that. That's chaotic truth talking point. I've never said that. There's some people here that had God's chosen people. That's some shit that other people say, not me, sir. I don't know who God chosen people are.
Damn.
The same people that cause lightning that catches people's houses on fire on sunny days.
On sunny days, God damn.
Yes.
I don't know if he chose them for death, but he chose them for something. Well, that's
Of the strange research to come out of mid-1900s America, there is little with a legacy as enduring or as terrifying as the mouse utopia experiments. Taking place throughout the 50s, 60s, and early 70s, the grim fate of the subjects was published in the national magazine Scientific American, and the experiments themselves were largely taken as apocalyptic portents.
Did they
In a post-war
themselves
United
call it the
States,
mouse
the language
utopia?
used to
I don't fucking know. Probably called it something with mice or rats or something in the title. I'm quite sure believe that.
I'm just wondering if the people that initiated the experiment called it a utopia experiment.
They probably were leftists, and they're trying to see what degenerate black people would do if you put them together in a city like New York or Chicago. And
So-
they got what they wanted out of the experiment.
Sir,
And it's playing out today.
what does that have to do with? Did the people who initiated the experiment themselves call it a utopia? That was the only question I asked.
Why are y'all coming after me? I don't understand why y'all coming
Yeah,
after
you know my cousin's house burnt down back in 1968.
I'm doing. Listen, I'm not even talking to you and Mayo no more because y'all got my channel struck because y'all want to talk about kibbutz and kibbutz.
I'm trying to say, girl, I used to work my house burned down.
You know what that tells me? That tells me that someone said something factual.
You're probably
Dude, it's
right, but
crazy.
y'all got me in trouble with the overlords. Goddamn it!
You keep on talking about them Jews. Ain't you listen yet? Ain't like you listen yet.
You ain't gonna be talking about us, nigga. You know we can talk to people.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you how I know it's Black Thoughts. Because remember Black Thoughts said before. I ain't gonna repeat it. He said something before about democratic chosen people.
Oh, he did, huh?
Yeah.
No, sir. I didn't say it. One of the chosen people that's non-democratic said it.
Yeah.
I just pointed it out.
Who were these people, sir? Who are these people?
The chosen ones.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Let me go ahead and finish Utopia. Goddamn it.
Air quotes.
Described the results such as behavior sync became synonymous with fears of an overpopulated world and violent, deviant behavior in cities. Today, they are preserved within fiction such as Channel 4's conspiracy thriller Utopia and the classic animated movie The Secret of Nim.
Have y'all seen that movie, The Secret of Nim?
No, sir.
Me either. Okay, well, you know.
I have to look for that.
Black Thoughts, have you seen it? I know you're in touch with the left side because you're from New York. You're used to rats. You're from New York. Wrestler's not here, so I would say he's used to rats too. But you New York people. Have you seen that?
No, sir.
Okay, all right. I didn't know. I was just asking good questions. I would ask your brother, Blacks Who Defy, but he's used to rats too, seeing as how Chicago has more rats than New York does. But whatever. So still haven't seen it. Is that a no, sir?
Sir, I said no, sir. I have not seen it.
I was just making sure. I want you to recollect through your brain and make sure you didn't see it. Sir. Jesus Christ. What's up with the rat-like behavior, sir? Huh?
They're overcrowding, sir.
Oh, okay. All right.
You got to spread them out on the screen.
So, what were the Mouse Utopia experiments? Shortly after World War II, a group known collectively as the Environmentalists were making a large push to prevent environmental degradation, as well as overexploitation of the planet's renewable resources. Among these people were a group specifically known as the Neo-Malthusians, a term referring to the 18th and 19th century English scholar Thomas Robert Malthus. Malthus proposed that while the world's population may increase exponentially, food production can only increase linearly, leading to an eventual subsistence-level existence for the human race that became known as a Malthusian catastrophe. While advancements such as the Green Revolution saw that this didn't come about, the Neo-Malthusians acknowledged his concerns about overpopulation and feared that this pattern would result in the collapse of civilization or, at best, have extreme adverse effects. These fears were given a platform in writing of the time, especially in works such as William Folk's Road to Survival in 1948, and perhaps most famously, Silent Spring by Rachel Carson in 1962. Before the movement's explosion of popularity in the 50s and 60s, however, researchers had already begun work investigating the effects of population growth, and among them was a man named John B. Calhoun. Born in 1917, Calhoun took an early interest in science, specifically ornithology, publishing his first paper on birds when he was 15, but over time, his interest would change. By the time he received his PhD, his focus had turned to ethology, the study of animal behavior. When his education was concluded, he moved with his family to Towson, Maryland, to begin research at Johns Hopkins University in nearby Baltimore, but the research itself.
So he went to another place that was full with jigs. Woo! Wait! Should have known better. Study of marsupials, man. All right.
Itself would be conducted much closer to home. In 1947, shortly after he arrived, he approached his neighbor about using some of their neglected property for an experiment. The scope would be massive, and according to Calhoun, his neighbor probably didn't expect such a scale when they agreed to let him use the forested area. Taking over a quarter of an acre, Calhoun constructed a massive habitat, complete with food, water, ample shelter, and protection from predators, with the only limiting condition being their restriction to the quarter-acre living space. He affectionately provided his enclosure a name, Rat City. Unfortunately, no publicly available images of Rat City exist. Calhoun was very familiar with Norway rats, having performed research on them for his doctorate, and he estimated that Rat City could sustain approximately 5,000 individuals, though if they reached this number, the population density would be tight. He began by placing 5 pregnant females in the enclosure, providing ample genetic diversity, and soon the population was increasing exponentially. But then something surprising happened. Rather than the population increasing to fill the space of the enclosure, it quickly leveled off at 150 members. He also noted some behavioral peculiarities. Despite the large size of Rat City, the residents seemed to gather around just a few places, forming social groups of 12 and limiting themselves to specific feeding locations. He would conclude the experiment after 2 years and 4 months, during which the population never grew over 200. Careful observation revealed the cause: high infant mortality. For some reason, as the experiment progressed and the population increased, the mothers were not caring for their young properly, leading to most of them dying before reaching maturity. Calhoun had his theories as to why this was, but to prove them, he would need more data. In 1954, about 5...
So they even got rats that have bad mothers. That's crazy. Sheesh. That is insane. All right.
Years after his initial experiment concluded, he was hired by the National Institute of Mental Health, often shortened to NIM. Within the laboratory of psychology, Calhoun was given ample resources to continue his work. With a team, he began feverishly designing and constructing habitats, sometimes referred to as universes, where he performed numerous smaller-scale and more controlled versions of his original rat study on a domesticated strain of albino Norway rat. These rats would want for nothing. All physical needs for a healthy rat lifestyle would be provided for them, including food, water, climate control, and nesting material. Calhoun spent 8 years perfecting his enclosures and methods until finally, in February of 1962, an article of his writing was published in the magazine Scientific American. The article was entitled Population Density and Social Pathology. His opening paragraph ominously reads so, quote, "In the celebrated thesis of Thomas Malthus, vice and misery impose the ultimate natural limit on the growth of populations. Students of the subject have given most of their attention to misery, that is, to predation, disease, and food supply as forces that operate to adjust the size of a population to its environment. But what of vice? Setting aside the moral burden of this word, what are the effects of the social behavior of a species on population growth, and of population density on social behavior?" Unquote. To answer this question, he cited 6 of his experiments in particular, all with similar composition and concerningly similar results. The design of these habitats was simple. The layout was a rectangle measuring 10 feet by 14 feet, divided into 4 equal sections by electric fences. 3 of these fences sported bridges over which the rats could climb, while one fence lacked such a bridge, essentially creating one long space that wrapped in on itself. Each section was equipped similarly, with a food hopper, water, and nesting areas accessible by spiral staircases. But Calhoun, leveraging his experience with the rats, made special changes to encourage specific behaviors. He enticed the rats to use one of the center pens by making the spiral staircase to that pen's living spaces shorter than the others, though he admits this was a comparatively small factor. But the more insidious change was to their food supply. In half of the experiments, Calhoun supplied powdered food, but in the other half, he placed feeders of his own design, consisting of hard pellets behind a wire mesh. Half of his experiments began with 32 mice, the other half with 56, of evenly male and female composition, and all having just reached maturity. Calhoun estimated that approximately 40 rats could comfortably be housed in these enclosures, but he would allow these populations to increase to 80 before he would cull them. Almost immediately after introduction, things began to go awry. The females, unsurprisingly, spread themselves out somewhat evenly through the pens, but after the males jockeyed for dominance and those of highest rank were determined, they began to distribute themselves strangely. Less dominant male rats will typically awaken earlier and begin to wander and forage for food, and due to the design of the pen, this meant that they usually would end up in the center sections to eat. During this time, the dominant males of the outer pens would wake up and begin guarding their respective territories. Since there was only one entrance ramp to either end, the dominant males of either pen would bar the return of the less dominant males, forcing the male population to clump in the center pens, while the dominant end males protected what came to be their harems. Only a few other deferential males.
Yo, it's funny. You got dominant males that got a harem, the rest of them is a goddamn Benny and got the bottom bitches. That's yo, that's crazy. Did they allow prostitution in these? You know what? I'm done. I'm sorry. My fault. Where is that?
Were allowed to remain. These few remaining males began exhibiting odd behavior. Though they would spend most of their time in the burrows with the females, hiding away from the dominant male, they would never attempt to mate with any of them. Instead, perplexingly, they would try to mate with the dominant male, and even more perplexing, the dominant male would not fight these attempts. At the same time as this was happening, the effect of Calhoun's special feeders was taking hold. Since procuring food was such a lengthy process at the hard food feeders, it was common for one rat to join another while in the process of feeding. By this method, the rats slowly became conditioned to eating in the company of other rats until, eventually, the rats would refuse to eat unless another rat was present. Since more rats tended to be in the center pens, this behavior meant that, over time, more and more rats made their way there, further condensing them. This heightened the proximity of an already cramped population. In the experiments with the powdered food, this effect was far less pronounced. With these factors combined, Calhoun noted what he called a behavioral sink, or an increase in pathological activity in the rats due to the stress involved in such high population density. For the females, the behavioral sink manifested in reduced capacity for nest building and young rearing. Infant rats are extremely dependent upon their mothers for nearly all things. However, under the effects of the behavioral sink, the mothers would often be interrupted in their nest building practices to engage in some other social activity. As time wore on, this led to sparser nests which could not house the young properly. If a mother decided to move her litter, she often would only move some of them or scatter them about the pen in separate locations. What's more, when female rats are ready to mate, the males can sense it, and the enclosed space meant that a female could not escape the continuous advances of the males during these periods. Even when they would enter their nests for a reprieve, they would be followed in and harrowed. These factors together resulted in an extremely high infant mortality rate, in one case reaching 96%. For the males, this manifested in different ways. The dominant male.
Okay, so in other words, these female rats was getting their ass jugged, boy. Ooh wee.
Yeah, I'm waiting on this nigga to get done because I got something to say about this shit.
Hey, I'm paused. You guys say what you gotta say.
I can't say what I'm gonna say until this nigga finish the video because I need to see how this experiment is gonna end.
Oh, okay.
The rats ain't gonna defect. The rat's father ain't gonna pay child support. The rat mother gonna be out there on welfare. You know how this going. And this is what we doing.
No, it's not even that. I'm not even going at that point. But just let it keep on playing. You'll see what I'm talking about.
All right.
Males would occasionally lash out in violence against the other members of the pen, including infants, often biting and wounding their tails. Among the lower class males were three groups. The first he described as the homosexuals, which he immediately corrects as pansexuals, who would not compete for status, but would often attempt to mate with any other rat, regardless of gender or age. Much like in the end pens, these advances went unchallenged.
So
The
is he
second
saying
group he described
pansexuals
as somnambulists
are
who moved
pedophiles?
slowly through the pen without.
No, that means they didn't care what they were doing or
Yeah, he
who
said
they
at
were
what age too. He
not
said he
age.
didn't care.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
They-
Don't go there. Just leave it alone. You got enough problems. Leave it alone.
That's true.
Interacting with other individuals in any fashion, and the other rats in turn ignored them except in rare circumstances. These rats externally he described as fat, sleek, and healthy looking. But to him, the strangest group was the third, which he named the probers. These rats were hyperactive, hypersexual, and pansexual. Despite violence from the dominant males, they would viciously pursue females in heat, eschewing any sort of courtship ritual and following them into their burrows to mate. Later on in the experiments, they would often find the corpses of the improperly cared for young, which they would cannibalize. In time, one of Calhoun's assistants would publicly describe these pens as hell. At this point, Calhoun ended the experiments, but he predicted that these pathological changes would have eventually led to the deaths of the colonies. At their conclusion, he would take the 4 healthiest males and females and allow them to breed, but their behavior had been so inexorably altered that none of their pups survived beyond weaning. This short article enraptured its US audience, and the effects on both the scientific world and popular culture were immediate. People began to relate Calhoun's rat experiments to modern city life, and in an era where fear of social deviance was reaching an extreme high, it was largely seen as a reflection of the current time and where society could be heading, egged on by Calhoun's provocative language and allegorical design of his test environment, made to look like a city. Population density quickly became a common topic. Psychologist Carl Rogers, in his work Some Social Issues Which Concern Me, stated that, quote, "The resemblance to human behavior is frightening. In humans, we see poor family relationships, the lack of caring, the complete alienation, the magnetic attraction of overcrowding, the lack of involvement which is so great that it permits people to watch a long, drawn-out murder without so much as calling the police. Perhaps all city dwellers are inhabitants of a behavioral sink." Unquote. Soon after, studies of dense urban environments were conducted to see if these effects translated directly to humans, but what they found was inconclusive and unsatisfying. Despite the suggestions of Calhoun's rats, humans in cities reacted differently or sometimes opposite the manner that researchers expected, depending on the location. No matter how they tried, no evidence of a widespread behavioral sink could be found in urban areas. But this did not dissuade Calhoun. Even as others explored the problem of overcrowding, Calhoun frantically continued his research. Now a celebrated success and emboldened by the public acceptance of his ideas, he resumed his work at NIM on an even larger scale, though again away from the public eye. He spent his time on new subjects as he continued to perfect his enclosures and experiments until finally, after 11 years, Calhoun revealed his magnum opus through an article he entitled Death Squared, which was published in the journal Proceedings of the Royal Society of Medicine in January of 1973. The lengthy opening to this article was undeniably apocalyptic. Calhoun wrote, "I shall largely speak of mice, but my thoughts are on man, on healing, on life and its evolution. Threatening life and evolution are the 2 deaths, death of the spirit and death of the body. Evolution, in terms of ancient wisdom, is the acquisition of access to the tree of life." Unquote. He goes on to heavily reference revelations and of the riders of the apocalypse, using them to proclaim that the Hippocratic Oath applies not only to the body, but to the spirit. After this dramatic introduction, he described his test. For the most part, these new experiments were similar to his 1963 trials, including unlimited access to food and water, protection from the elements and predators, and safeguards against disease. Many parts, however, were drastically altered. As Calhoun mentions in his introduction, the Norway rats used in his first publicized experiments were replaced with albino house mice, which were taken from a breeding group from the National Institutes of Health made specifically to prevent communicable disease. To fit his new subjects, Calhoun had designed an entirely new enclosure. This version was much more vertical, with 16 wall-mounted housing areas for the rats at the tops of long metal tubes, which Calhoun called walk-up apartments. At the bottom of each apartment was a virtually unlimited supply of food, water, and nesting material. With the space provided, Calhoun estimated that it could potentially hold 3,840 mice.
A lot of
He
rats.
named this enclosure Universe 25. Calhoun's methods also had changed. Rather than instituting population controls, he would interfere far less. His plan was to place 8 mice in the enclosure, 4 male and 4 female, and simply watch and wait. Calhoun observed 4 distinct phases in the ensuing experiment. Phase A was predictable, constituting the time period before the first new mice were born, which ended up being 104 days. For the mice, these days were, quote, marked by considerable social turmoil. After the social order was established and the first brood was born, the population began Phase B, which Calhoun named the exploitation phase. During this time, the mice doubled in number every 55 days as new young grew to maturity and had their own young. This doubling continued until day 315, after which the doubling rate slowed to a rate of 145 days, nearly 3 times as long. By this point, the different broods had clumped into one side of the pen, exhibiting the same sort of clumping as the Norway rats, but this time without any coaxing from Calhoun's designs. This change in the rate of procreation marked Phase C, which Calhoun labeled as the stagnation phase. This is when the most notable events occurred, and they eerily mirrored Calhoun's rat experiments. In a natural setting, those mice which find no social niche will leave the colony, but in this experiment, emigration was impossible, and so those forced to remain withdrew from society. These dejected males formed a large pool in the center of the enclosure. They quickly became characterized by both their inactivity and their many scars and wounds. Occasionally, they would grow agitated and attack one another, and with nowhere to retreat, the recipient of these attacks would simply lay still and endure the assault. The outcast females, rather than joining them, would retreat to the highest apartments and live quietly among one another. It was during this time that the behavioral sink manifested, with mice gathering around specific food hoppers in large numbers, while others remained almost entirely untouched, showing how, again, the need for social interaction had become so intertwined with the need for food that the former had overtaken the latter. The males who had won the initial fights also were placed under extreme stress. As more and more mice reached maturity from within and without, the leaders of the social groups continually had to patrol and defend their territory. Eventually, they reached the point of exhaustion and could not defend the females within their group. These females were therefore forced to defend the nest themselves, even when nursing their young, leading to generalized aggressive behavior. This aggression would inevitably be misdirected onto their young, who would be wounded by their mothers and forced to leave the nest before they were finished weaning. Much like the rats, the mother mice would also of defending their territory. Sometimes the mothers would reabsorb unborn mice in the womb, further reducing the fertility rates. Calhoun writes, for all practical purposes, there had been a death of societal organization by the end of Phase C. Finally, there was Phase D, which Calhoun entitled the death phase. This phase was characterized largely by an entire generation of young who had been rejected by their mothers early and forced to leave the nest, and they were therefore unable to exhibit normal social behavior. This manifested in numerous ways. The females of this generation had far fewer children, and those that did have children lacked the maternal instincts necessary to raise them beyond weaning. Calhoun goes on to describe the males of this generation. Quote, male counterparts to these non-reproducing females were soon dubbed the beautiful ones. They never engaged in sexual approaches toward females, and they never engaged in fighting, and so they had no wound or scar tissue. Thus, their pelage remained in excellent condition. Their behavioral repertoire became largely confined to eating, drinking, sleeping, and grooming, none of which carried any social implications beyond that represented by contiguity of bodies." Unquote. As the last mice with reproductive instincts aged beyond their fertility, Calhoun declared that the last male would die around day 1780 of the experiment, effectively rendering the colony dead, as it would be unable to produce any more young. His present tense language implied that, when the article was published, the colony was still technically alive, though its final fate was practically sealed. Calhoun closed his article with a call to action. For an animal so complex as man, there is no logical reason why a comparable sequence of events should not also lead to species extinction. If opportunities for role fulfillment fall far short of the demand by those capable of filling roles and having expectancies to do so, only violence and disruption of social organization can follow. Individuals born under these circumstances will be so out of touch with reality as to be incapable even of alienation. Their most complex behaviors will become fragmented. Acquisition, creation, and utilization of ideas appropriate for life in a post-industrial, cultural, conceptual, technological society will have been blocked. Just as biological generativity in the mouse involves this species' most complex behaviors, so does ideational generativity for man. Loss of these respective complex behaviors means death of the species.
Interesting.
No, it wasn't.
It really was interesting. I'm sorry you didn't find it interesting. Well, you're not a, you know, you're not a person with high accolades right now, sir. You're a whore, sir. Right?
Yeah, that was cute.
You're a whore, sir. I mean,
I'm a harlot.
yes, you're a harlot, sir. What you expect from your type of degeneracy that you have been indulging in, sir? See, I'm an upstanding citizen. All right. I thought it was interesting. I don't think
It was interesting until he put his foot in his mouth. Then he felt stupid. And he had to do another experiment. So to check this out, this is what I was thinking. The first experiment he did, it was flawed. And then he come to find out the second experiment he did, because if you really think about it, he never did talk about on the first experiment he did with the rats between the good places and the bad place. He had a certain amount of rats in the good place, certain amount of rats in the bad place. Didn't feed one of them too much. The other one, he kept them in a heated environment, perfect. He never did talk about it. He just said that they did good, but he gave all the examples of how the other rats was turning on each other, cannibalizing on each other, eating each other to survive. I was thinking to myself, well, what happened to the other rats? Well, what kicked him in is what put his foot in his mouth is what he did that second experiment. He let all of them open out and just go from section to section, and that is what ended up, because he was still feeding them, had them in a container, had them in a controlled environment. So when he did that, that was his first experiment that he wasn't trying to talk about, which still came out the same way. And I was thinking, well, I bet he's about to do a third one. So that's what stopped me when you asked me about that. I was like, okay, let me see what this third one gonna be. Now this third one was about survival. Only thing I didn't see out of it was the males died off and the females was last. Well, you continue to feed them, and they socially duck themselves off from each other. So the males didn't want to go over there to the females and reproduce. The females didn't want to reproduce with the males, and so forth. So the last male died, but you would still control feeding them. So if he would have took that one thing out and put that real survival in there, all them females would have been gone, because two things that we know: the males was bigger, they stayed in the middle, they steady fought each other, so they was way more stronger, way more agile, way more quicker. The females was sloppy, they ate a lot, they sat on their ass, and they groomed themselves 24/7. That's nothing but meat. So that experiment is kind of off.
No, not really.
Just saying.
Not really.
Just saying.
Because the experiment was, even if you provided everything they need, overcrowding would still destroy them.
Yeah, but he was still providing them everything that they need, Mayo.
And that's what you have to do if you want to prove that the overcrowding is what will destroy them.
Well, what destroyed them was them having the luxury of them being themselves. So the males, they didn't want to just sit and do the same thing as the females would, was eat, groom, and sleep. They didn't want to do that. They wanted to protect, what you want to, I want to say protect. I want to say what you want to call it when you control the environment, like your space, your area, your
territory.
Yeah, your territory. So like it's how he said they all bunched up in the middle because they was outcast. The other ones was trying to take care of the flock. So long as he was taking care of his territory, but once them territories is gone, the other males is not coming to those territories to take over. You see
Well,
what I'm saying?
But the other males don't want that middle territory because they've got all the females in theirs.
Yeah, but what?
They also were getting tired of fighting because after you get done fighting the territory full of males, I mean, males trying to invade their territories. Of course, you're gonna get tired of fighting.
Yeah, but still,
What led the women to have to protect their burrows, which they couldn't do.
exactly. And then the only thing that killed them off was that they was fighting with each other until the last male. So if it was several females left, like he said, and whatever day that was 1,000 or something, that was the last male that died off. So that obviously means that the rest of them left was females if they couldn't reproduce. So none of the small ones or none of the ones that was sitting back grooming themselves, eating, looking good, they was the ones that were still surviving. You see what I'm saying?
Didn't give two shits about a male.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
And the
by
males
then
didn't
the
give two shit
females.
about it. But I'm just saying that by that time, Mayo, the males didn't give a shit about a female because they didn't know how. Only thing they knew was they was outcast. They wasn't even trying to. They was in the middle, steady fighting. They didn't even. He basically was saying they trained themselves out of the way of getting some pussy. That's basically what he. That's basically what he said.
The females lost their ability to raise their young.
Exactly. So that's what. But my whole thing was you steady feeding them. Now, if you would have stopped feeding them, the males would have ate most of them females because they was already couldn't protect their young. So any of their offsprings that they would have had, the males would have killed them. Just like in the first, you got to think about in the first one, he was talking about how the rats killed. The males was taking over to the point they start killing everything in there because it wasn't no food left. They start eating the babies, the females. They start doing it, and then they start changing on each other. So
Well, they
in that
started
scenario,
doing that in that one too. They started eating the young in that one too.
yeah, but
It took longer time to do so.
Yeah.
Because he gave them the option of feeding.
Well, remember, they only stuck to two of the fucking main feeders. There's 4 feeders in there that they can go up there and eat as many times as they want. They stuck to the 2.
That's on the last one. The first one, on the first experiment, because he supposed to have 3 experiments, but like I said, that second one he did was basically talking about the first one he did. That's why he had to come back and do the third one. Because if you really think about it, again, I don't want to sound crazy. The first one, if you go back and listen to the video, don't want to go through all that again, but the dude was just talking about how the ones survived, how they turned on each other, like the hood mentality, the rich in the hood. But when he got to that second one, it was more like a conjoined. So he gave a 1 group, a 2 group, and a 3 group. And all 3 of these groups is the ones that failed. So that would have been that other side from the hood because they had everything.
Yeah,
which
but
that second experiment had everything, and they still turned on each other.
oh, they all did, and they were all always given everything.
Yeah.
On both experiments.
If this ain't talk about niggas, I don't know what it is. This is a racist conversation.
And where did you hear niggas, sir?
They were albino mice.
Exactly, niggas. Last time I checked, they call albinos niggas. They're just
That's
niggas
sad.
that look like.
Oh,
Come on now.
Look at here.
He said, "Come on now."
They even had red eyes, sir. So I don't know what the fuck you talking.
They did coke. That's how you did coke.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a good mouse experiment where they actually fed them coke.
That was the one I was talking about. Yeah, that was the next one. But no, this was
that guy kind of told a conglomeration story of all 3 of those experiments.
Yeah. Uncle Tom, homie.
Oh, the first 2?
Yeah.
But the thing about it is, it still shows the prowess of when you give a motherfucker everything and they don't have to want for anything, they're still gonna fucking turn on each other.
Exactly.
Oh yeah. Even if you give everybody everything they want, but you're seeing the mating thing you're seeing now play out in society.
Well, if you want,
where
wouldn't say
where
that.
half the males don't approach females.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about them half the males fucking other dudes. I was like,
No.
I don't know.
Well,
And the
but
females not
honestly,
knowing how to take care of their babies. There you go,
I
man.
mean,
Yo, I got
you
you
got
back.
that too, but you got females not being able to take care of babies and raise kids, right? You have a large population of males who, at this point, will never get a piece of ass they don't pay for.
Well, that's because they're gonna keep fighting until they die, just to get a piece of ass. And don't forget, a lot of them.
But they're fighting and still not interested in ass. They're not fighting over ass.
Yeah, that's a fact, sir. These new kids, they definitely don't do that. Before, I mean,
I was talking about the rats, but if you want to go, because the rats.
well, no, because he was
The rats too. They weren't fighting over breeding space.
I mean, the whole experiment was to compare rats to people. That was the social
Yeah,
experiment.
that was a social experiment. But here's the problem, right? In the first and the second experiments, those female rats were getting so tired because they were getting literally graped the whole goddamn time by all of the rats that were falling into layers. Not just one.
Not all of them, sir. Only one specific group of the three.
Two of the
group three.
No. It was two of the groups.
No, it was just
one.
It wasn't.
It was just group three that was falling around. Yeah, they were falling around doing everything to him, turn them up.
Which you have right now.
Okay. Look at this degenerate motherfucker right here. Hey, mama, how you doing? What did you think about the rat experiment? Did she disappear? Oh.
What happened?
Oh, y'all. Oh, look.
Oh, what have we made mama leave?
Oh, she probably hit the wrong button. Blacks Who Defy. How are you doing, good sir?
I'm doing. What's going on, brother? I don't know what's going on. So fill me in.
We just went over a rat experiment.
Oh, well, if you're going to ask me if it's inhumane, I don't give a doggone about some rats.
Oh, no. That's not the experiment. But.
No. We're looking at the rat utopia experiments compared to today's human society.
Yeah, I know those experiments, yes.
Do you remember anything about them, sir?
On whether or not, so they were juxtaposing giving rats everything that they ever wanted and how they still ended up eating each other, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah. And they were juxtaposing that with human society. And isn't that what's going on now?
Sure. I can say that.
So, I mean, if you're asking me if this scientist's discovery holds any bearing on human behavior, I believe the proof is in the pudding. We see it, don't we? Right now, we got mop heads and purple heads and green heads out here protesting with Palestinians. It's insane. That's crazy.
Mama, you just gonna leave on us like that?
And that's what I thought about the experiment.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
The gays for Palestine. That's like the blacks for the KKK.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's insane.
Whatever. Didn't they go to the Capitol just recently today? So,
hey, we can't talk about these people because they're gonna hit me with something else because you can't say nothing out of the ordinary. Yeah. Even though
right now they have
it
live
certainly
footage
wasn't an insurrection.
Right now, exactly. Right now they have live footage on YouTube without any filter of people putting bullets in Israelis' heads.
Sure.
No, I'm just saying, isn't that insane? The fact that
I agree with you, but
I'm not going to say anything else about it. But the point that I'm making, I'm not going to name the names anymore. But the fact that you can see stuff like that in unfiltered air on YouTube.
I said that, sir.
I just watched a nearly half an hour long video of them doing that stuff. I mean, close up, nobody's blurred, nothing.
And you know what I got hit with?
What did you get hit with?
misinformation off of a video that came out off of MSNBC1, off of Fox 2, and off another reputable, what was it? A not News Now, but
Newsweek,
No, it was
News Nation.
Yeah, News Nation. So I don't know, man. I don't know what else I can do. Like I said, I was like, look, point of the matter is, I use the same mass media, major media sites to report the news. All I did was gave my opinion on it, and my opinion didn't even have anything to do with either for or against either one of the groups, because I could care less. Pretty much.
You're not establishment, man.
Yeah.
And that's the facts. You're definitely not BCP, who's obviously establishment.
Oh, of course.
You're not anybody, none of us
He
here.
is a representative. I mean, he's over 700.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's establishment.
Yeah.
All these people are establishment.
They got reps in the YouTube space. We don't.
Yeah, and but beyond reps in YouTube space, they obviously shill for a side. You see BCP, man, he shills for a side. He's a political pundit. The way his whole rhetoric that he doesn't, it doesn't matter what one side does. If he's for it, he's going to find a way to spin it to making them look good. And when you find people like that, it's entertaining to watch at times, but you know that they are protected in some sense.
That was my problem.
They demonetized all of his videos on that war going on over there.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's
his
fine.
videos on that. None of them have ads.
Yeah, I saw that.
So mine don't either. That's not a problem, right? He got a strike. I mean, I got a strike for doing.
That's my point. That's my point.
Video that they were doing, that they were
using. Demonetizing the video is fine. It didn't get taken down, and he didn't get a strike for it.
Oh.
And I'm not saying that we already know that behind the decadent veil, these people talk to YouTube, and Ben Shapiro and the lot have exposed that. With their dealings with YouTube, and also the other guy, Crowder, and the lot, man, they all do.
Crowder's no longer on YouTube.
I know, but I'm just saying he was having. They offered him backdoor deals.
Oh yeah,
but I'm just saying that when you get to that level, they do it, and you either drink the Kool-Aid or you don't, whatever. But make no mistake, all of that fame or all of that attention garners some kickbacks.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm not saying he was,
but it just sucks. Just freaking sucks. You can't talk.
You're not allowed to say anything.
You just talk. You can't talk, man. It's ridiculous. But here we are.
I put on there. It's like I know on YouTube there's no such thing as free speech. So I'm not even gonna go to that point. I'm gonna go to the point that if a major content creator says some of the things or shows some of the videos from the same places I show, nothing happens to them. But seeing as how I don't have a representative, or I'm a smaller content creator with less than 3,000 subscribers or whatever, I know I don't mean shit to you guys. I don't make you no money, nothing like that. So I get it. But the point of the fact is it's unfair for the smaller ones compared to the bigger ones that, good and goddamn well, if they said the same goddamn thing or even came close to the same shit that we do, you may not monetize their video, but you're not giving them no goddamn strike over the same thing that they're reporting on the same news that I'm reporting on. And
exactly.
Most that worse. So, I mean, it is what it is. I already know my strike is not coming off, but it doesn't really fucking matter. So right now we're going to be over here. But what did y'all think about Jim Jordan not connecting to oh, I'm sorry, Mama. I asked you a question about the thing. What did you think about the experiment?
Well, to be honest, I came in late, and I only got to hear about the final experiment there. But I found that it made perfect sense to me. You get a civilization, quote the rats. You get them in a rat neighborhood, and from what I understand, there were a couple of other experiments before this. That was there, like, were all of the experiments the same, or did he change something in each experiment?
He changed something almost all of this. But between the
Okay.
first and the second, they didn't change too much. The third one was
Well,
almost.
and it was mostly just the design of the cage.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But
So,
that shows that it's actually it makes a difference in the way the rats act. It's just the design. If the design changes, that means the outcome of these things actually changes. But in
Yeah,
all he did really was open up the last one.
Yeah.
And it
To where
almost-
there was no physical barriers.
Yeah.
and it almost, I don't know, it was eerily similar to what's going on in human society today. Not just in this country, but all around the world, especially where women or the females have taken charge and have reached a point where they're kind of tired of taking charge, but they're not. But the males now are losing interest in the mating ritual, so to speak. So I don't know. That's what I gathered of what little bit I saw of it. Because I found myself sitting there thinking, well, instead of having Gen Zers, maybe we should have Gen Rats.
Y'all here? Okay, now what did y'all think about Jim Jordan not getting a nod? In the second coming of the
And by 22 votes this time.
yeah. No, where's my deniers at? These
It's
two
all about getting an establishment person in there.
I want to put
These people these people are going to vote for these guys want Hakeem Jeffries because he's the establishment person that they want. A Republican, an
And they're
establishment,
butthurt because they got rid of their man.
Yep, an establishment Republican. They only want an establishment. McCarthy was an establishment. Jim Jeffries is an establishment, and they would rather go with him. And that goes to show you that there are no sides. It's just who's for the side of the greenbacks.
No, who's for the side of whatever freaking motive they have for this country. Whatever the modus operandi is, they believe whoever else is going to push it further than Jim Jordan. Hakeem Jeffries, though, I don't think Hakeem Jeffries is going to.
No, the Republicans don't want Hakeem Jeffries in.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere. He's not getting in that seat.
Black Certified. We watched a video today about inflation and the cost of difference in food prices, right?
Yeah, I'm listening.
And this goes to show you that I told you that they're not we all know the things that has risen over the last year.
But you keep talking about politicians.
Oh no, I'm not talking about politicians. Oh no. I'm talking about actual people that put these politicians in office. These are the people I'm talking about. They may be, I'm gonna say it again, they may be feeling it. But one thing I've learned about the American people is that they're fucking idiots.
Well, especially the younger ones, which we also noted in the video.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you see the girl math video, Blacks?
Huh?
Did you see the girl math video?
No. What happened?
Oh, don't worry, I got it for you coming up. Don't worry.
It's short and sweet and depressing.
But the girl math video, I don't know why you like. That's not surprising. That's about right.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like that's there's nothing new about that.
That's fine, right?
Listen, I'm voting. Listen,
No,
I'm taking.
no. Oh, wait. I want you.
Via, what are you doing?
in this.
This is why Gen Z will never own a home and participate.
I want you to bask in the glory of this good old white woman. How old do you think she is there, Black Shootify?
21.
Oh, okay. I said 12, but
how old is she?
She's married. But here you go.
Here's a list of things I firmly believe because of COVID. Anything under $5 is free. Everything I buy with a gift card is free. If I buy something but then I return it, I've made money. Going to an event or a concert is free because I purchased the tickets so long ago it doesn't even count. I load my Starbucks app in advance, so Starbucks is free. Anything discounted more than 50% is free, and I am losing money by not getting it. If I'm paying someone back for dinner and I have money in Venmo, that dinner is free. If I don't buy something, if I don't buy a pair of shorts for $50, I've made $50 and I can then go spend $50 on something else. Okay, this one's a little bit weird, but my husband and I share credit cards and a bank account, but somehow every time that he puts down his card with his name on it, that's free and he paid.
Her math ain't mathing.
Here's what it really tells me.
It tells me she's a user, is what it tells me.
Well, but also what it says.
She's a voter.
But that's a fact.
That's the biggest problem.
But do you know what it also tells me? That most women don't earn or ever have to deal with the true hardships of life, because when you have to deal with the true hardships of life, you don't think like that. And here's the reason why women are able to think like that, because when they come on a hardship, who's there to save them?
White women.
No, daddy government. And so then daddy government starts giving them stuff for free, and they're still oblivious about money.
Glad you said that.
So if all the rugs get pulled from under them, they'll learn that nothing's free.
Okay, now since you said that, and Black Certified said what he had to say, I want you to just say, Uncle Tom, you was right.
Nigga, you'll never get that out of me. Number one.
What were you right about, though?
I don't know what he's talking about.
What were you right about?
He keeps saying, look. This nigga keeps throwing anecdotal crazy videos at us. And then saying that we wrong and want us to say that he right.
This motherfucker ingesting too much mayo.
Let me tell you the reason why I'm saying I'm right. And you all know that I'm right. It's okay.
No, you aren't right. What have you been right about?
It's okay that you're scared to say, Uncle Tom was right.
Out of here.
I understand. I get it. Here's the problem, right? Here's the problem with you people. You two put faith in these dumb bitches, right? You can say
I don't have any faith in anything.
No. Oh, no. You cannot recant on what you said.
I'm not recanting anything. I didn't say I had any faith. No. What I said was, you know what I said. Would you like me to recap?
They're gonna feel it in their pocket and they're gonna vote the right way.
I said I said the adults are gonna feel it in their pocket, and that's what's going to sway the vote.
They're not gonna feel it in their pocket.
Sure. Okay. They're already doing it.
Hold on.
Already happening.
Because you're leaving off the dumb idiots that you just saw.
No dumb idiots ain't voting.
Hold on, no. Let's be honest. Let's be honest, though. Here's where Tom is being disingenuous.
No, I'm not being disingenuous.
Hold on. We've kind of already established that most of them are not adults.
Oh,
exactly.
These motherfuckers are over 18, which means they can vote. And the fact that you motherfuckers are leaving these people off,
he won't come off it.
You are
he won't come off it. It's okay. Listen. Listen, Uncle Tom. Uncle Tom, we'll see. Uncle Tom, we gonna see. Listen. I'm willing. I already got $30 about you that you never paid me. So we listen.
You're right. Well, we can double it, goddammit. I'll give you 60. Let's double it. Y'all motherfuckers think these motherfuckers are trustworthy. You think these motherfuckers are trustworthy. And the fact of the matter is, I lost $30 for trusting these motherfuckers.
I haven't lost anything.
I'm gonna trust these motherfuckers again because I did it and I lost $30. And
Hey,
this motherfucker gonna
listen. We can double it. Let's double it. That's
out of
fine.
here.
Let's double it. Hey, look.
You know what you're
Hey,
doing?
look. All right.
You bet that I
Let's double it. Not only will we get a Republican speaker. I believe that
speaker. I don't care about the speaker.
Okay, all right. Not only will we get a Republican speaker, but I believe that we're gonna get Trump in the White House 2024.
You know what?
I'm sorry. I gotta agree with Uncle Tom. They're not hurting enough yet.
I'll take you up on that bet. We'll go 60.
Take it. That's fine. Listen,
We'll
I
take it.
don't mind having lofty goals, man. It's only $60, so that's fine.
The reason I say, listen, it's too close in the polls for me. For one, it's a statistical tie.
Okay,
and
listen.
I'm putting it in the fact that these niggas love to cheat. Republicans
I get that.
Are scared to cheat, right?
I
mean, hold on. They're scared to cheat, for real.
Get back in the bed.
Now, you can put your faith in these motherfuckers if you want to. You and Black Thoughts who think these people are feeling it. I told you they just make concessions in other areas, and that's why they're not swaying. It's not swaying them no more. Because yes, is it a considerable hike from 2020 to 2023? We just looked at it. It was what, a 29% jump? And we could even we could say it's a 35 to 40% jump in cost of things. I will agree with you. But the fact of the matter is most of these people are leaving these other places to find places where they can be comfortable and may not live the same way that they were, but they're not hurting enough to say, God damn it, I'm going to change the way I'm fucking doing shit. And that's why I say they're not hurting enough and they will continue voting for mediocrity.
Okay.
Black Thoughts, since you always have contention for what I say, sir. What do you think? I'm open to be wrong, but I know I'm not.
Sir, I said what I said the other night, sir, and I stand on it. I'm not.
So I don't want to hear shit.
I'm not going to argue this every night. We shall see.
I know. I mean,
all right.
Hey, okay. Here's the thing. I just want Uncle Tom. You are motherfucking right. That's all I want to hear when it happens.
Okay, I'll say that. Let me say this, Uncle Tom. You a motherfucking nigga.
You know what? I'll say it. Uncle Tom, you have the right to talk your bullshit.
No. When this shit happened 2024, and I'm gonna laugh at you niggas. Matter of fact, I almost listen, we can add an additional couple of dollars if you want to say if we win the house or lose the house, or win the Senate or lose the Senate. We can add more money to it. I'm not.
All right, well then we'll just triple it.
No one said triple. We said we're gonna add money on which way. Now listen, I just want to see the way, because right now, Republican Party ain't looking too good. It's not, and it depends, and it will also depend on if we have a government shutdown or not. If we have a government shutdown for even an hour,
the government's not gonna shut down.
Now you're saying, but hold on. Now you're putting hold on. Now you're putting these faith in these idiots that they're watching this.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you're saying they're not, huh?
No, sir. They're watching TikToks about girl math.
Okay. All right. Mayo, what do you think, sir?
I think we're fucked.
I mean, don't we all?
Besides
Listen,
that,
the very people you're saying are going to come out and vote are watching Sexy Red on. Go ahead.
Sure.
If we continue without something major happening between now and the vote, I don't think the young are hurting enough.
That's because the young are not doing anything. It's already been established that they're living home with their parents.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, I'm gonna come to one of the our age on the panel. I'm gonna come with the people almost the youngest person on the panel. OG, where do you? Because we keep leaving off the young. Well, I'm not leaving off the young people at all. These two degenerate niggas.
So
where's Sway at? Where's Sway at when you need him?
Two niggas above me right now. These motherfuckers, right? Let me put myself up here. To the left of me, these niggas to the left of me, or maybe to the depending on which way you look, it's acting like they are leaving these niggas, these motherfucking degenerates off. One said they don't even vote. One said they're not paying attention to what's going on. I'm telling you, you're absolutely fucking insane. And that's why the Republican
Which one of us said we weren't paying attention to what was going on?
No, not y'all. That they are not paying attention. The young people are not paying attention.
Okay, I said that they are not going to come out and vote.
The young people
is what I said, and they're not.
Young people are paying more attention than you think they are.
These little degenerates
I don't
not going to come out and vote.
I want to hear from OG. Fuck you, nigga. I already know where you stand. OG, what do you think, sir? Because I hold you in high esteem. Fuck these other two niggas.
Know about what, Tom? I know you, bro. I have not been paying attention to y'all.
You ain't shit. You ain't.
Real talk. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
Let me summarize it. These two degenerate niggas up in the top left hand, right? Considering that keep saying that these young people, one, are not going to come out to vote 2024, and two, that they're not paying attention to what's going on, and they're just living at home with mom, and just life is just passing them by. They're not paying attention to anything. All that bullshit. What do you think? Since you're the youngest, what do you think about the young
people? I think they put too much faith in the young niggas, man. Them niggas gonna get out. They gonna get out and vote, bro. But they don't understand what they voted because they stupid. I'm telling y'all, bro. It's hard to hear both sides, bro, and figure out in your mind what side to go for when you live with your parents. You ain't really doing nothing for yourself. There's so many people doing that now. But then, like Blacks was saying before, they bunching everybody up together, bro. So, it's a whole.
That even more makes my point that these motherfuckers are gonna get out and do what their parents tell them to do. Because the simple fact is, most of them don't want to differ from what their parents do. Just think about most kids, most black kids that left their house vote Democrat until they know something else. They always vote with their parents, and some of them never leave what their parents do, never even take a chance to learn anything other than what they learned from their parents or friends. So to think that these motherfuckers are gonna get out here and do something opposite is insane.
What we know is that these people are contrarians. They actually go opposite of what their parents do. That's number one. Two, while being contrarians, they want to live with their parents. We see adults our age, going back home to live with their parents, which is unheard of. That's crazy. But we do see that, people who are considered millennials going home, and that's from what 39 or 40 down to what
42 down to 27, I think.
27, 28,
yeah.
which is insanity to me. I'm just like, my God, when I was 20. I had to fend for myself and was living on my own when I was younger than that. So it's insane. But beyond that, I don't believe that they're going to vote along the lines of their parents. Whatever their parents do, whatever. I don't even think they're going to go out and vote. I'm just telling you, man. There's nothing to galvanize them. I don't see what's going to galvanize them. Palestine. So yeah, we do see that Egypt just said they would accept 20 truckloads of freaking refugees from the Gaza Strip. Israel just said that they would allow humanitarian aid in there for while they're doing whatever they're doing. So, but that's not the Democrats capitulating to the wants of these degenerates out there who are marching. So they're at odds.
Mama. Ooh. Please give us your synopsis of this, because I'm tired of these degenerate niggas in the top left hand or right hand corner, whatever way you're looking. Sick of these niggas.
Put your ass down here.
You are so bad.
I
I honestly don't know. I agree with blacks to a degree. These kids are living at home. They've not gotten hungry enough. Quit beating yourself in the head. That won't work. And they've never been hungry. And as long as mom and daddy are there, they're not going to be hungry. So,
and
half of them that work, they pay no rent. They don't help pay the utilities. They have not a clue. They have not a clue what life's about.
You're speaking my language. That means
It's called get in the bag, mama.
Yeah.
Furthermore, have you noticed lately?
Okay, I understand.
Have you noticed lately they've been pushing this narrative of families aren't supposed to push their children out to fend for themselves, and then they try and use history to back up their claims. Lately, a lot of the mainstream everything has been saying you should want to allow your children to stay with you as long as possible so that they will have a leg up in the world, and then they'll give examples from different societies. I'm like, this is only a new phenomenon. I'm like, since when was this a thing?
No, the young have always wanted to leave home.
Exactly. Like, where are you guys getting this? All the captains of industry, whether or not people want to say they had whatever privilege, all the captains of industry were destitute immigrants with pennies or no pennies to rub together. And then they came and they picked it up out of the mud, whatever they were, and they created huge enterprises. And yeah, they slit a couple of throats. I mean, when you have that much money, of course you have. But I'm just saying, it is counterproductive. It doesn't make any sense. It's counter to how things are built. People got to get in the paint in order to feel that burn, in order to be able to, fend for themselves. You don't learn to fend for yourself if everything's always cushioned.
Well, it's going to spell more bad news for the Republican Party. Nikki Haley is closing in on the top spot next to Trump. Let y'all know that. Y'all motherfuckers is a joke.
I think she's about to kill herself, though, because she wants to bring Palestinian refugees here. Nikki Haley.
Okay, I'm telling you, this is spelling disaster for these niggas, man.
Man, Nikki Haley
in these motherfucking Republican Party that we have now. I don't have the faith that you niggas do, man. I don't. These niggas are cowards. I'm not even talking about the Democrats, because I can't stand them neither. But these motherfuckers in the Republican Party are cowards.
No, I'm talking about the voters aren't going to like that idea.
Yeah. Oh, I know that. I agree with you on that part. But here's the thing.
I guarantee Trump's not saying we need to bring Palestinians here.
Here's the thing, right? What do you see all across the United States nowadays?
Turn that light off.
Huh?
Not you.
Turn the light off. Okay.
This nigga's crazy.
You see a whole bunch of protests saying free Palestine from the river to the sea, or the sea to the river, whatever the fuck you want to be. We gonna be with Palestine. So she's not making herself look good, actually, in the eyes of the voters. Maybe not the Republican Party itself.
But she's making herself look good in the eyes of the people that are never going to vote for her.
Of the young voter.
She's not getting the independents.
How do you know
for
that?
sure.
How do you know that?
Because they're not going to vote for her.
No, they're
For her
not.
based on her other policies
And is she
and the fact
polling
that she worked for Trump.
Y'all are
Is she
putting
polling
so much
second to Trump?
into
Who's polling second to Trump right now?
She is.
At what level, sir?
She's at 34%. No, never mind. Wrong. My bad. She's at 12.
Yeah.
12.7, I think.
So she's not. In other words.
Where's Vivek? Where is
Vivek is underneath her. So
huh?
Vivek is underneath her.
Wow, that was a flip.
Well, I'm telling you, him lying about that Soros bullshit, if he would have told the truth in the beginning.
Yep.
Not only that, he's also been picking lines from Obama speeches.
Yes, he has.
12.9% of Republican Party side with her.
It's because he's just, man, he's really digging himself a hole doing that.
It is what it is.
Oh well, man.
We already
One
knew
thing,
it wasn't going to be him. So I mean, we can say that we wanted to be.
We all knew.
But we
It was just.
We all
it was
know
just-
Trump's going to get the nomination for the party,
Lay
and
down.
that's the fact. So, but the point in the matter is this Republican Party is not the same as when Trump was in office. It's just more pussies involved. Look at them. They're great. They're afraid to fucking shut the goddamn country down. This is crazy. They can't even pick a speaker. This is way weaker goddamn party than underneath Trump.
I kind of just want to go to a protest with a. Never mind.
I got a microphone.
Don't say it, sir. Don't say it.
I got a microphone if you want to come out here and yell. Well, not yell or speak loudly into the microphone.
No, I deliberately want to go into a group of hundreds or thousands at one of our capitals or one of our cities with them yelling for you know who and me be on the other side with a huge flag, just swinging it back and forth in the air and daring somebody to come and touch me because I'm going to fight.
You know what's weird? It still they haven't auto rejected it yet. Oh. Huh.
Your appeal?
Yeah, it hasn't been auto rejected yet.
That means that you might. I'm not gonna say that.
Yeah. You know, whatever. Yeah, it's crazy, but no, I just don't have no faith in this Republican Party because they're afraid to stand up for this stuff. I mean, they're still talking about January 6th like it really something that it wasn't, right? And they're afraid to say, you know what, it wasn't that. We have the proof. Look at the proof, bitches. Look at the proof. And
Well, they're not part of the bureaucracy, meaning.
You mean they are part of the bureaucracy?
No, not bureaucracy. They're not a part of the administration. So all they can do is yell and show blown up pictures of texts and things like that. All these politicians, except one group is willing to do underhanded conniving things, like you said, we know the group. And then the other group is not in public anyway. One's willing to pull fire alarms and act like they have amnesia as to why. And the other will point the finger at the guy who pulled the fire alarm while getting no results, while the guy who pulled the fire alarm gets all the results. It's crazy. This man told you how intelligent he is, lambasted, droves of Republicans talk crap about him, and then says that he was mentally inept as it pertained to the color of a red sign that says fire alarm. Do you understand?
They didn't even censor him. That's how weak the Republican Party. They didn't even.
That's what I'm saying. You see that? These
trying to tell
guys
me
can
that these
lie carte
people are
blanche.
fucking. You're trying to tell me that these people aren't having fucking balls? Get the fuck out of here!
Man, I'm
Ain't no
telling you, that's why I could
That's
never
why
be
the
a politician,
That's
because
why the
I'd be
motherfucker
in
is on the
there.
loop.
I'd be getting arrested. Let me. I'd be getting arrested by Capitol Police all the time. I would slap. I'm talking about open hand slap the crap out of that bastard on C-SPAN, on CNN, in the ready wherever somebody's getting slapped.
What would your excuse be?
I'd be like, I got Tourette's and I couldn't, and I have uncontrolled. I have incidental
slapping.
I have intermittent physical Tourette's where when I curse, I move my hands, and
It's part of your Italian ancestry. You can't
you're
help
right.
it.
I'm like I'm like it's documented that I have PTSD, and when he was yelling at me, all I heard was Allahu Akbar, and I got a flashback, and I had to put my hands on him. Hey.
Black Thought, sir. Would you have Tourette's, my good sir? If you was let's say you were a senator, that's even better. That would be awesome.
No, sir.
Tom. Oh, sorry.
I would just bring receipts of all these things these guys say and what they stand for, and actually make them have to stand in it.
It does nothing.
Now, of course, the media wouldn't like me because there's not enough media around that would push me. The Republicans would reject me as well because I wouldn't be an establishment hack.
Yes, Kashan, he fell short again. Of course, did you think he was going to get the wink and the nod? No, sir. And now who is this latest dude that they're pushing? The media is pushing him. What is his name? What is this guy's name?
Well, Tom, I'd like to announce that Cenk Uygur is actually going to make a constitutional case for him being able to run for president.
Oh my God.
And that if he does, I will vote for him.
Well, Nate the lawyer already did a whole show on how he lied. He literally lied. The same, like he read half the statute, and the other half he just conveniently ignored. When the same statute, when it said if you were born in a foreign country, you cannot be fucking president. It said it in the same statute at the very bottom. Everything he read was true. It said except for president, but he left that out.
But
what's something wrong with him anyway?
I am going to vote for him if he wins, because I want to see it all come crashing down in my lifetime.
Don't we all? But yeah, he's not going to win, and
well, he can't vote. I mean, he can't run. He's just going to waste court dollars.
Yep, and waste his dollars.
Yeah. Well, he's not going to pay for it. He's going to get his people to pay for it.
Well, that too.
Yeah, he's going to get the Socialist Party to pay for it.
We got Jigaboo ladies suing Brandon Johnson in Chicago.
Oh,
that's
God.
not gonna work.
We will get you. We will remember this at the voting time.
Yeah, you saw that. Yeah,
of course.
We will remember. Say one day you failed to realize, Brandon Johnson, is that you are attaching yourself to people who do not vote for you, who cannot vote for you, but we have to vote for you. And like you just said, you punched us here, but we'll punch you at the voting place. Well, you stupid woman. He doesn't care about you.
We believe you.
Well,
these motherfuckers are not going to vote for him.
Hold on. Here's the thing, right? The immigrants aren't going to vote for Brandon Johnson because as soon as Brandon Johnson lets them all in and secures them, immigrant is going to run against them. And by immigrant, I just mean someone that's been here, that was born here that can run against him. That's all.
Yeah.
But also,
your mama.
There's only two words that Brandon Johnson have to say that'll get black people back on board with him when it's his election time.
What, Donald Trump?
Nope.
Who, white supremacy?
Boom.
Oh, there he goes. Patrick McHenry is what they're trying. Now, you know there's
Patrick.
a problem when they
Patrick
actually have
McHenry.
when they have a rhino that they want to put up there. You understand? They're
Never
calling
even heard his name.
and they're calling it bipartisan. He always votes against everything.
Yeah, he does.
So,
well, let's. I'm gonna call up there next time they have the phone number
it never
flash
you
across
never
the
get
screen,
through. I've tried to crawl
and
in
then
it.
I'm gonna vote. I'm gonna ask for Patrick Bet David.
No, McHenry's not the interim right now. No, I don't think so.
No,
I've never even heard of him.
No, this is total different. He's I think he's from might be from Oklahoma. Maybe? No, North Carolina.
Yep.
Look, man, this is neither here or there. BCP butchers language so bad.
Oh my
You
god.
on want to date with him, boy, ain't you? What the hell did he do to you?
He was talking. Listen, let me just say, he butchers language so bad that I was watching a video of his, and he just said, "Without further ado," I said, "Oh my god, man!"
But you was peddling your damn spices to his man.
I sure did, and I have no remorse and I have no shame about it.
He said, "What can I do to get some spices in your hand?"
You remember? Hey, say it again.
Probably said, I mean, how can I get these spices in your?
Damn right.
This dude is crazy.
And look, you might as well call me. You might as well call me Soul Glow. Just let your soul.
And you want to know what's funny? That's a college-educated man.
Oh yeah,
UNC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he talked about. How can I get these spices in your hand?
All right.
Dude is crazy.
No, but this is what the problem that I have with these people is that this is the weakest. This is weaker than Donald Trump's first fucking 2 years. Republican Party. That's how weak it is. It's that
This man Jesse Smollett into rehab.
They put him in rehab
due to dealing with extremely difficult past years. Next thing you know, he's gonna say he was great growing up.
Oh, he is the interim fucking speaker.
Yes.
He is.
The guy from North Carolina.
Yeah. Well, they have a different dude that they're talking about that they want to run for speaker. What is his name?
Senor Rhino.
After Jim
That's
Jordan.
smart right there.
All right, let's see who it is. What the fuck? Give me my news, motherfucker. Holy shit. Now they don't want to report on it. Now I was listening to this report the whole time I was listening to this stupid ass count. And they took forever. And they kept on fucking. Oh my God. Hold on. Nope. What they're trying to do is give the interim dude more power so he can reopen the government. Well, yeah, reopen the talks and call shit to fucking. But he doesn't have the power to do it right now, which I thought he did, but I guess I was wrong.
Yeah, but they can't.
Well, they can give him more power.
I mean, they can. How?
I don't know, man. When there's a will, there's a fucking way, bro. Yeah, they said they're trying to give.
Why do they keep bringing
McHenry
female basketball up?
Mobilize house and temporarily conduct routine business, but that seems doubtful for right now. Ooh, wee. Well, It is what it
And
is.
they're going to have to get a speaker before they can even vote on something like that.
That's a fact. I thought it was. I thought he could call for a vote, but I was proven wrong.
Apparently, the only vote he can call for is speaker.
Yeah, that's it.
Good, shut it down.
Yeah, shut it
And
down,
people
man.
know this shit don't change anyway. So
Yeah.
Well,
it's all going to hell anyway.
It shows that it's a goddamn shit show, and
It just shows it's a uniparty, man, and it's all going to hell anyway.
That's what most people keep saying. It's a uniparty. So what's the point of fucking even voting for the shit?
It doesn't matter. I mean, you know,
we all
I don't know.
out.
I say you vote your interests. I know that some believe voting doesn't make a difference, and
Sit out, sir. If I sit out, you can sit out too.
and I would lean with, but I know that it can, as long as people continue to exercise their right. At this point in time, it's about exercising a right that you have, and you by no means have to. But the more people who don't, the more these people believe they can act with impunity, and that's what we see happening here. They can do and say what they want. Come in poor, leave out millionaires, or sometimes billionaires, depending on how long they were in. It's insane. You know, Nasty Scalisi should be dead right now.
Why was that?
Because she's an old. You know what? Let me just be quiet.
Speaking of our resident non-voters, where's our resident non-voter at the last 2 days?
Who was that?
The truck driver, sir.
Oh, Jonathan.
He's been on This Might Be Risky show, and
he was on Nice
Fight
Show
Club.
today.
He gonna become a Hebrew Israelite.
Shit, Night Show it on Hink Channel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's for everybody right now. Everybody went over to Hink Channel.
You're right, Conshottery. She is a political troll. At this point, I just don't want to see her anymore.
Say that. But I ain't trying to get hit on YouTube.
I heard that Aaron O is no longer on Fight Club too.
Well, not yet. He has to find a replacement first. He said when he finds a replacement, he'll.
I saw something about that. People were talking about that in the nigger webs.
Why the hell is he leaving Fight Club?
Tired of
Because he's tired of doing it.
He hasn't had a break in almost 2 years. He's there every weekend. You can bet your dollar on that.
So are you.
No, I'm not.
You are.
Liar.
I'm not there every weekend. What are you talking about?
Look at sir. How many weekends?
Here's the thing: when he leaves, because nothing lasts forever, that whole show is gonna fall off.
No, it won't. They'll find someone else.
Why do you think it's not gonna fall off?
He's the only one that keeps a good handle on the conversation.
I'm telling you, it's gonna fall off. He's the one.
Well, that's because he started Fight Club.
I'm just saying that, you know.
But I think they'll find someone that's level-headed that can actually take the reins. I mean, people are still gonna go because it is Fight Club.
Maybe. Do people still watch? What's the name of that show? Repeat. Let's Talk.
Yeah,
not like before. You know,
that's what I'm saying. They don't watch it. It's not.
Why they don't watch it?
Because the original cast is gone. That's why. The people that made it the show it was are no longer a part of it.
Yeah.
I would say it's because Anton left it, but that's just me saying.
Because of who?
Anton left it.
I mean, whatever. You know, that nigga.
He was a contrarian in the building. And that's
but not only him, even that what's her name? I can't remember her name.
Kayla and Kay?
Yeah, the but not the black one, the other one.
Well, they both were on there, and after they left, they got more.
So you talking about Courtney?
No. I know Courtney. Yeah, Courtney left before them, but I'm saying the Kayla, the original Kayla, not the darker skin one.
Oh, Kay. Kay and
Yeah,
Kayla.
Kay. Thank you. You know, when they had the original cast up there, it was popping a lot harder. And
Yes,
then
but do you know why?
When they left, they got more viewership.
When they left, they got fewer views.
That's they
got more.
More.
They start. They gone now. Where are we at now?
Well, they gone down because of the person. Well, you know, it broke down. Let's put it that way. I don't know the ins and outs of it, but I know when
Me either.
And a lot of other people left. They let. You know what? They made that channel die.
I'm sure.
It ain't even dead. It's not even dead. It still got good viewership. It's just not as much as it was before. So I don't know. I mean, I barely watched it to begin with, but I'm more of a Fight Club person because I don't like the whole. It has to be a same cast, or I'm only gonna ask this person to come up here, and I like the open panels. You know what I'm saying? To me, it makes it better because nigga, you need to survive. All right,
that is a fact.
That's what makes it good for me is the art of surviving. And then nowadays, I may get kicked off, but it don't last very long. I mean, I may the last 7 or 8 places. The only person that kicked me off is LA.
That's a fact.
The only person.
And I do it to be petty as hell, especially if you lie to me and OG and say you ain't going over there. You gotta go.
Hold on, I literally don't have expectations to get over there until I see the panel's not full and they're having a conversation that I actually want to be a part of. If there's a conversation I want to be a part of course I want to go there. When there's not one, I don't go up there.
Yeah, but that's not what you say.
Yeah, because the conversation changes from when I get off here to when I go on there.
Okay.
When I was on the conversation, when the conversation be going while I'm on here, and I do go over there and listen every now and again, and it changes to something totally different than what I was when I was on, or when we were on, than when I went on there. So I'm never going to shy away from a good conversation. Or a good argument. You should know that. Hell, I was arguing with Tyranny today.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
This motherfucker said, I am Cherokee and Blackfoot. I said, okay, where they from? Who want to guess what this female said?
The Black Mountains.
No.
Where, sir?
Here. I said, here where?
Florida?
Here where? She said, America. I said, bitch, you are absolutely stupid. You are absolutely stupid. But first, I asked you about the Cherokee. I said, where are the Cherokee originally from in America? Because there's plenty of different tribes of Indians. Just not the major 6 or 7 or 9 or 10, whatever ones you want to consider a major or not. The one that you're talking about was a major Indian tribe. Where did they come from? Here in America. Just guess. You don't even have to be in the right state, just close to it. I'll even give you in a general vicinity within a 3-state wide fucking area. You know what she said? America. I said, because then she said Colorado.
Stupid.
Then she said Colorado. I was like, oh my God. Oh no, I'm sorry. She said Oklahoma, then Colorado. I said, oh my God.
Oh, she was trolling you.
No, she wasn't trolling me. No, she wasn't. She just did not know. And I said, you know what the problem is? You can just say you don't know. But you want all of us to believe that you're a Cherokee Indian or you're a Blackfoot Indian. And then you're going to say you don't even know where your people are from and then try to tell us we need to find out where we're from. Bitch, I'm from Oklahoma, bitch. I don't need to know where I'm at. I know where I'm from.
Well, don't you know that all Negroes are 110% Indian?
Nigga, I
Or
said,
Moorish, sir. Or Moorish. Original
said-
Moorish.
Don't you know that?
I
no.
thought this nigga Mayo said horish.
No, sir. Moorish.
No, he said it right. He said horse. Some of them are horse. And I was like, they're from Cherokee. You're from the Appalachian Mountain area. In that vicinity, you could even say Tennessee, North Carolina, all around there.
Yeah. So the Great Smoky Mountains.
Yes, you can say that. And I said, okay, well, where are Blackfoot Indians from? Give me a general vicinity. You can say Oregon, Montana, somewhere in that area. No, she didn't know nothing. I said, you are absolutely stupid.
Well, you know.
And then they dropped me. I got
These are
dropped.
stupid people.
There's only one channel of a woman that I could go to and listen to for longer than a few minutes.
And who was that?
Crimson Cure. I actually am subscribed to no other woman besides her.
Well, she's liberal, sir.
And if she's Blackfoot, she's Canadian.
What? Say it again. Say that again.
She's Canadian, sir.
I mean, because I could have. I said, if you want to, I wouldn't even talk about any other country. I would just talk about America because they were on the border of all those. If you want to say Idaho and all the rest of them around there, they were all found in that area. Blackfoot Indians were all found in those areas closer to Canada. And I was just like, you don't know where you're from. Just say you don't know. It's okay to say you don't know. And that's what's wrong with YouTube. People are afraid to say they don't know.
You know, the funny thing is, I was watching Be Brave and Think's show between where he was talking about white people again. And
talks about, bro. This is one trick.
That's all he ever talks about. But what's his name? What's that black dude who speaks? You know, he's really pro-black. I can't remember his name, man.
Cornyn?
But he got, huh?
Corwin?
No. Corwin is an idiot. This guy thinks he's smart. I can't remember his name.
Is it? Did CT give him a show too?
Oh, not that. That's not the guy. Maybe he did. I don't know. This guy usually comes up. Usually has. He's usually sitting over, leaning over and talking into the camera. Has a little mustache, and he claims he knows his lineage from here to like the 13th century or something like that. And there's no Caucasians in it or some nonsense.
Oh, I don't know.
But he made. I don't generally agree with Be Brave, but this guy made so many anecdotal fallacies. He was talking about if white people don't want to be around black people, how come they're moving back to places like Chicago and stuff like that? I'm like, what is this guy talking about?
Oh, he said Linwood?
Not Linwood. It wasn't Linwood.
Linwood's annoying.
Linwood is a word I don't want to say up here.
Are you scared? Oh shit! Look at the Democrat coming out of him.
That's right. No, you mean the Republican coming out of
I
me? Because
knew that
Democrat
liberal come out of you.
You know, Democrats don't care.
You from a liberal city. I knew that. Look, that's why you.
The what?
That's where you and Black Thoughts always come.
Wait, what you talking about?
Liberal ass motherfuckers. Both got rats.
How so?
Because
how so?
New York was full of rats, and there's more rats in Chicago than there is.
Rats. Yeah, there's more rats per capita in Chicago than New York, unfortunately.
Yeah,
but
I used to be in.
But beyond that, I was saying that Linwood is a word I don't want to say up here. But beyond that,
which I don't really care.
Yeah, you already are going through some issues. I don't want to do that. But anyway, this guy said that, and I'm just like, what do you mean? I'm like, those are neighborhoods that were built by white people.
Mm-hmm.
They're just coming to reclaim them. Call it gentrification, whatever you want to call it, but black people didn't build
them. We had a conversation today, back again on Nish's page today, about, because I was like, if you can't protect your fucking area, it's not yours. I mean, you don't own it. They were talking about.
That's true.
First off, she said that Christopher Columbus motherfucking set up the world here. I was like, Christopher Columbus never stepped foot on American soil. What are we talking about
Nope.
here? What are we talking about here? Why do you bring Christopher? I said that's what's wrong with niggas. They don't know nothing about nothing. They just spew out what they fucking heard from
They
someone.
don't know nothing. They don't build nothing.
Oh man, if I listen, I was just like, and then one of the chicks came up. She's a British black, so-called black person, and she was talking about all of the people that have had a treaty with the Western country. They got
Here we go.
reparations of some sort. I was like, wow, that's funny, because the black people never got reparations for anything, and they didn't have a treaty with white folks. You understand that? And someone said, yes, they did. It was called the Civil Rights. I almost dropped my motherfucking brain out of my head.
Who said that?
I don't
Obviously, they dropped their brain out of their head for you, sir.
Oh, I was like, oh my God, please give me. And then my phone didn't know what happened. God said, let me take him away from this bullshit. let me take him away from this bullshit, because my phone no longer was fucking online anymore. It just NASA said, fuck you, asshole. You ain't getting back on. So,
So, yo, that is a fact.
A Civil Rights Treaty. That's what it's called, Constantine, for real. It's a white bougie man cover. Yeah, that's crazy.
He called it a white civil. He called it a civil rights. What do you call it?
He said the civil rights was a civil rights treaty.
What is wrong with people, man?
They were like, I was like, because I said, this is what I said. Name one treaty that has not been broken. Meaning, once that, because they were talking about the Indians being the people that came over here were so brutal and whatever that they broke their treaty with the Indians. I said, okay, so they were at war with the Indians.
The Indians broke it first.
That to me, it doesn't matter who broke it, right?
I'm just saying. My point is,
they both broke them at will. I mean, when they
that's what I'm saying. It's like they make it seem as though it's one-sided, and it never was.
They gave them smallpox blankets, and that's what killed them all.
Get the fuck. That's so.
The funny thing with the smallpox blankets, right?
Go ahead.
The virus can't live long outside.
Mayo, would you just be smart for a second, please? Just tell us. Say it one more time.
That's
the virus can't live outside the body, sir.
No, I remember being told that narrative.
That's neither here nor there.
All right, continue.
The point of the matter is the treaties were broken, which would means they were at war with each other. Then they said, here's the next bullshit ass excuse for why these motherfuckers, we're on stolen land. Because the British and the French and the Spaniards had guns. I said, motherfucker, what does that matter? Name one war where each side was equally yoked. Other than that, I'll shut up. I won't say nothing. Because someone has to be superior. That's the reason why there's a war. They never end in a tie. Wars don't end in fucking ties. Yes. They end in someone being dominant. These motherfuckers are trying to give every excuse to why Indians. I was like, listen, if you really want to talk about it, Indians are the biggest welfare recipients besides Ukraine than any other person here in America. They were given land and they give money.
Let me tell you, I'm dealing with COVID. Let's just say I'm dealing with tribes right now, and their chiefs are so particular about how this money comes to them. It's not even funny.
Oh, I know.
And they want verbiage. They want symbolage. They want symbols taken off certain things, and whole committees have to be created in order for stuff like that to be done. And these people have the audacity to talk about how downtrodden these Indians are. They're out of their mind. It's insane.
That to me doesn't matter because, like I said, they're the biggest welfare recipients that we give money to every year, and they also have their own land where they can Well, they said, well, they were given land that they well, no, they wasn't given land so they can build their people up. I was like, really? Have you seen the acreage that these motherfuckers have? And the only thing that they're worth that they want to build is casinos.
Yeah. Then you see how they live. They live in squalor.
They live in huts. Well, not damn near huts, mud huts, pretty much. Or
And then they
trailer
get their
parks.
aid. And then
Like,
they get
what are
that.
you talking about?
And then the richer tribes get that Indian aid, which is like several $100,000 when they graduate from high school. And what do they do with it? They blow it all.
They damn sure ain't going to college.
Okay.
So I was like, y'all are trying to fight with me just because I have a difference of opinions than you motherfuckers. And this bitch had the audacity. I don't call her bitch. This female
They'll
had
go to war over it.
This female had audacity to say that most black and mixed couples, she said most of them that are black male, white female, that their sons and daughters come out being more Sambos. I said, bitch, how
Nigga,
do
what the source of stupidity were you talking to?
I don't know her name. But it was just ignorancy at a high level. And I was just like, it is what it is. I can't fight over. I'm not gonna fight stupidity. I just thought it was interesting that someone from bloody old England would tell me about my country. Crazy.
Well, they know more about our history than anybody, right?
Yeah, that's why they got kicked out. Because they weren't good fighters either. So And what a Black Thought, you can come on the mic, Black Thoughts, anytime you want. Oh, you must be smoking a cigarette. Ain't that right to these people are oppressed? That's a fact. I agree.
That nigga smoking them cancer sticks. I smoke them too, but he smoked the strong cancer sticks. I can't smoke them burrows. He nigga on them barrels. I can't do
He's on them Marlboros.
Yeah, I can't do them
He
barrels.
smokes some white boy cigarettes.
Yes,
on the
sir.
Camels. Hey, you remember when them Camel cigarettes, when they used to have, huh?
Camel Crush? Oh.
Do you remember when they used to have
them on high
signage
in the bitch
everywhere?
now time.
Well, I used to fuck them shits up. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I never did that,
You
but
a
I
high
just
blood man. Them about $12 a pack.
Hell no.
Yeah, I don't fuck with them. They too high for me.
You remember they used to have signage everywhere. They used to wear sunglasses.
Hey, it's cool to be in handcuffs. Seen them by the Newport. They came up with all kind of riddles for cigarettes. I was like, damn, they all thinking about what they say. They all have to do with oppression. Black people think about the cigarettes that black people smoke.
Man, I used to, when I was 19 years old, I used to go across the border from Chicago to Indiana, go buy a $50 pack of cigarettes, of Newport 100s. And then I would go and stand on the train and sell loose squares. I would make, dude, I would more than triple my money every time.
First off, why you buy a pack of cigarettes?
Huh? You said what?
Why would you buy a $50 pack of cigarettes?
Dude,
nah, it's a carton. Yeah, about the carton.
Oh, you mean carton? Okay.
Yeah.
Box.
I used to do that when I used to do that when I was in high school. My homeboy came over with the candy backpack. I came over with the cigarette backpack. Then I go buy a carton come to school and sell each cigarette for $1. Killing the ass, nigga.
Yes, sir. I smoke Marlboro Reds.
Yes, sir.
I drive a Chevy truck.
Yes, sir.
And I love America.
Yes, sir.
And I vote Trump. Anyone
Yes,
that has
sir.
a problem with it, you can go fuck yourself.
And hey, you forgot to put the period on it. Try that in a small town. Hey, look, I mean, I used to kill them on that, on selling those stupid cancer sticks, and people would buy them too. Man,
Yeah.
$2 for $1.
Fuck that $1 for one square. Think she went
Boy, you was killing them. My God.
Damn, we was in high school. You know, everybody thought smoking cigarettes was the shit, nigga. You had a backpack full of Newports. Nigga, what you need? A cigarette? Give me $1. Oh, now, man, say, I kept gas in my car, nigga. We always ate big for lunch, nigga. Shit.
They want the motherfucking Papados for lunch, goddamn.
You heard me, nigga? Bro, you think it's a game. You think it's a game? Go to Rudy's, bro. We was everywhere in Dallas, boy. You couldn't, man. Go
OG, where were you? What side of town were you at? Where you at?
I was in Oak Cliff.
Oh, you in Oak Cliff?
yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Oh boy, that boy.
Not wrong, Old Cliff. It's just a whole bunch of debauchery shit out there. That's all.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it is. There's nothing but debauchery out there. They
I hang out there a whole
that's
lot.
where Tony Evans' church is, man. I go there from time to time.
Yeah.
Shit, used to make money at the church too. Shit, you know, they come out
I'm
the
sure you
Cobble
did.
Squares. And then, you know, people before the church starting, everybody outside trying to smoke a cigarette. And then you going out the Dollar Square. Man, shit.
Dollar Square. Boy, Chicago was that. I remember one time I was on the Red Line train and I got caught by the CPD, and they took me to the little back room and they just confiscated all my cigarettes and they were like, just don't do it again. And where was I the next day?
Doing it again.
Doing it again.
Oh yeah, that fast money.
I was like, I was salty though. I was salty when he took those. I'm glad he didn't take any of the money. I mean, which he couldn't have done, but he could have done. And he just took the cigarettes and that was it. But the whole thing was in Chicago, I wasn't paying any taxes. You know, if you're not paying taxes on it, that's all they care about. They wanted that huge, hefty tax that they had on those cigarettes, man. They were taxing them on those cigarettes, man.
Yeah,
When I left Chicago, Newports were like, huh?
Yeah, the insurrection. I wonder if they're gonna start using tapping phones, man.
Yeah, they had an insurrection on the 18th at the Capitol. Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if they're gonna let's look at it real quick.
They're not going to do nothing. They're not going to call it an insurrection. All the Republicans are calling it that. And while somebody got arrested, I don't know who got arrested, but you know, whatever, man. They want to see the downfall of this country, and they're going to do it. So somebody's bound to finally do it.
Oh, I saw somebody in CT chat say that. Someone in CT chat said earlier they got an insurrection going on right now.
Yeah, but did you hear the chatter from FBI? They said that there were terror threats that they have deemed credible, and there were suspicious planes from China in our airspace.
All right, well, let's watch this shit.
Hey, where's the January 6th shaman when you need him?
Now, are they inside?
Yes, sir.
So how did they get inside?
Yeah, they're in the rotunda. Like all green and purple-haired weirdos.
I just want to say,
I'm not understanding. What's going on. Man, y'all talking about, okay, what was the word y'all just used, bro? What?
Insurrection.
An insurrection. Okay, well, what did they insurrect?
I don't know. That's what they call January 6th.
What we're saying is that is the language that they used, and there were far fewer people on J6. Here we are on October 18th of 2023, and they're all on the rotunda, and they're beating drums, and they're vandalizing, and they're saying use the same language as you used on the January 6th, especially since there's an actual war going on that these people are purporting to support. But we're saying there is hypocrisy, as we know there is. They're not going to do it. It's not going to get, it might get the coverage, but it's not going to get the same evil eye that the J6 people got, because that led to,
that's the reason why all the liberals were talking about Donald Trump all day today.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Can I ask you a question, you two? And I want you to be honest. Do you think these people don't vote?
So what I want to say is that these people are not going to vote for Democrats. And I said this.
Shit.
You think they're going to vote for the Democrats?
Hell yeah.
No.
What Republican do you think that was out there supporting?
I'm not saying they're supporting the other side. I'm just saying they're just not going to vote for them. You don't have to, because I'm not voting for the Democrats, I now must vote for an independent or a Republican.
So you just
those idiots in there don't vote. Those are greasy haired, blue hair, purple haired, disgusting, don't take a bath for 2 week people. They don't vote.
And you hope
drug addict, follow wherever the wind blows, nasty, disgusting, hippie white people. They don't vote.
You know what's funny? They say the same thing about you.
What? Of course they do, because that's what they are.
But
they don't vote. They don't work. They don't vote. They have no money. They don't pay for anything.
This nigga work too much. He take too many baths. They say that's what they say. It's fucked up.
And they say this. He black. He don't vote. He don't know who to vote for. We need to tell him who to vote for. And guess what?
That's a fact.
Well, that's exactly what they say.
And guess what? These people do vote because you don't have to have a job to vote, sir. Sorry.
These purple haired monkeys are not going to vote.
This is insane that you're just dismissing them and dismissing them.
I'm not dismissing them.
You
I'm
are
not dismissing them.
You literally
I'm telling you, I'm not dismissing them. I'm telling you that they are not going to vote.
Them.
You're dismissing their character, sir.
You're dismissing.
I don't know how you don't how
they're not gonna vote. What you just saw, just people yelling and screaming. Those people do not vote.
Yeah, because they were out there with the squad. Rashida Tlaib was talking to them all.
I don't know why he is not seeing.
They gonna vote for the left.
Thank you. It's insane that you think these people don't vote. That's crazy.
Listen,
these motherfuckers get their hair done to go vote.
Listen. All the time. I already put my money where my mouth is, man. So, I already did. So we there.
Okay, do you think the Republicans will retain the House?
No. Not the way it's going, no, sir.
Do you think they will retain the Senate?
No.
So you think the Senate's going to become a Republican?
It's going to be a Democratic House, and it's going to be a Democratic Senate.
And a Democratic president.
In that case, it has to be a Democratic president. You're speaking against your own talking.
I just think I'm saying you're asking me if they're going to retain it. I don't think they're going to retain it. Maybe in the interim, we might have either or. Either the House will be Republican and the Senate will be Democrat, or vice versa. But eventually, it's going to be a solid Democratic House and Senate.
And president,
and I'm talking about after there is elected a Republican president. Not during. Not at the same time. I'm saying after the president has served.
Yeah, but what's the Congress?
2 years, and we go to midterms
congressional is going to look like in 2024.
Yeah, exactly. We want to see what's happening in the Congress. We don't give a fuck about what you saying in the interim.
Oh, you're breaking up. You're breaking up. Say again. He said, "What's the congressional going to look like in 2024?"
Yes,
in 2024, it's going to remain a Republican held House, and it's going to remain a Democratic Senate. We don't have the votes for the Senate, obviously. We do in the House by slim margins.
Mayo, what do you think, sir?
But in midterms, next midterms, they're going to flip them both Democrat.
The thing about the Congress, right? Congress, which is really you got to go with the temperature of the state. So That one I can give you
So
more.
right now, that's why I'm saying the House is going to remain Republican.
I can give you more plausibility there. But what I'm telling you right now is that presidency is not going to be in Donald Trump's hands, sir.
Okay. We'll see.
Mm-hmm. I think the House is going to be switched.
You think Biden is going to sweep him?
I do.
All right.
I do. Because it's not Biden who's running it, right? And Bidenomics is working for everybody right now.
No, it's not.
You said Bidenomics are working for everybody right now.
It's working. You know why? Because they keep saying it's working. And who
it ain't working.
Who controls the media controls the degenerate vote.
Well, right now the media ain't that controlled by Bidenomics, and when you have places like CNN and MSNBC regurgitating rhetoric that opposes what he's saying about his Bidenomics.
Okay, all right, I agree with you on that, right? I agree with you. I agree with you. CNN is speaking down upon Bidenomics, right? But we all know it ain't campaign season for the sorry Democrat yet. Campaign season won't start until January. And once January starts, the onslaught of motherfucking misinformation is coming out. And they're going to speak up Bidenomics like it's best thing since sliced motherfucking bread. The stove and the motherfucking car and the airplane. When we didn't have climate change. That's how good Joe Biden's going to look. You don't think so?
No, sir.
Mayo, I hope you're with me, sir, because I can't be fighting these degenerate niggas. Mama, what do you think? Since you're the level-headed white lady on the panel,
I have no, and because so many Republicans are disenfranchised about voting,
mm-hmm.
and people who say they care just willingly don't vote.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what the fuck do we expect?
That's where I'm at with it.
And these people that are hurting now are going to vote for the people that tell them they're going to give them something.
Uh-oh. Mama, what you think? You're muted. Oh. Still muted.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. In this area of the country I'm in, it's hard to tell. People are kind of mute. They're not saying much. I mean,
that's interesting, especially in your neck of the woods.
It's well, I mean, I'm on the opposite side of the state where all the troublemakers are, remember?
Yeah.
You know why they're silent, Mama?
Usually there's a lot of noise here for Trump, but I'm not hearing much from folks. Why is that, Black Thoughts?
They're silent because they're gonna vote for Trump, but the thing you have to remember is, like voting for Trump right now means that you're a racist, Nazi, like everything. Just pile it all on.
But it's been that way for years, sir.
Hold on. Even Democrats are silent. The only people out there marching are young morons. The older ones are silent.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
Recently, like our local elections, which used to be fairly solidly Republican, have become more solidly Democrat. And that's happening because I hate to say this, but we're getting people moving here that are flipping the political climate in this area. And they're moving here from Seattle. They're moving here from California, Northern California. I mean, that's just the change in the demographics.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the people that used to be here that were pretty solidly conservative are moving on up into Idaho, up into northern Idaho.
Yes, ma'am. All right, so I'm glad.
So yeah, so I don't know.
Listen to this shit again. I wanted to replay this for you jigaboos who believe that these motherfuckers will vote for Joe Biden.
Is there any chance you would stay at home on election day?
No. I love American democracy too much that Biden and Trump, if it's a Biden and Trump race, then I would vote for Biden, even if he was dead.
No chance I'd stay home. I've never.
And I'm a Republican.
Is there any chance?
Yeah, but that's a famous never Trumper, man.
First of all, you're showing me establishment press.
Oh my God!
With establishment never Trumper voters. I don't believe it. I'm telling you, man. Listen, even here. So you would think, all right. So that was Mama's experience, and I take that. But here in Dallas area, my experience with people who are moving from California and who are moving from the other terrible, more leftist states, they are voting more along party lines concerning Republicans. And we see it with all the changes that have come here that have become more staunchly conservative, especially when it comes to their rights as it pertains to keeping and bearing arms, abortion rights, COVID-19, with the laws that they've ratified here in the state of Texas. So I'm saying, yes, we're seeing shifts dramatically, but places that you would think would shift for the worse are shifting for the better. And in a state like Texas, that could very easily be flipped blue, it's becoming more red.
Texas is going blue.
With people that you wouldn't have guessed would ever vote red.
So
Texas ain't going nowhere. I guarantee you. Not anything. I'm saying not anytime soon. They got Beto up out of there, and who's their candidate now? Here in Texas.
I don't know who their candidate is.
Nobody. That's who. And I'm saying that while yes, there's always that underlining, that undergirding of an undergirding threat of democratic shift. Yes, always in every state. It's hard pressed here, and all the liberals are in one spot out here in Texas, and you know where that is.
They're in two spots, sir. I wouldn't say one.
They're in three
You
or
know
four.
where that is, and you know what I'm talking about.
They're in Waco, Texas. They're in Dallas, and they're
No. Well, then in that case,
San Antonio.
in that case, so in that case,
Austin.
you could say the same. That's where I'm talking about. I'm talking about Austin, but then you could say the same. You could say the same about any other red state. Then
we can say that in Florida, but it changed the demographic.
okay, exactly. My point is that the majority is Austin. Yes, we know they're in Houston. Yes, we know they're in San Antonio. Yes, we know they're in Dallas. Yes, we know they're in El Paso. But right now, they ain't moving nothing. But that can change, like everything does. There's an ebb and flow.
All right.
Yeah, and I
Trump
was just thinking
2024.
too.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and I was just thinking, like, the majority of the population of this state lives in Seattle, and that's a crazy town. Once
Yeah,
you
it
get
is.
out away from there, everything else in this state is pretty rural. My next largest city is the second largest city in Washington, and it's a very small city. There's, population wise. So the town itself, population's under 200,000. So I don't know how many there are in the county,
Hey, check this out. Well, go ahead, Mama. You're not finished? Go ahead. No problem.
Oh no, I was just gonna say it's yeah, I don't know. I know the population has grown and demographics have changed, but I don't know what the county population is. So
In the town that I live in, there's a 1 acre lot for sale. How much do you think it's going for?
I would go about 300,000.
I think it's going for 900.
Does that sit with the guesses?
Residential or commercial, sir?
Residential.
Zoned?
If I'm looking at it here, most likely it is.
Oh, well, I would go at 225.
yeah, I'd say between 250 and 300.
Yeah.
For 1 acre.
The win goes to blacks, 850.
Wow.
I'm trying to tell you, man, inflated prices. Because the only reason why I'm saying that is because that's what they're doing here in Texas.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because you got people moving from California that got money for selling their houses there.
Yeah. Do you know
Big stupid money.
Do you know what the range is supposed to be in this place? From 250,000 for houses to 1 point something. Yo, that's wild. Yo, that's a lot. Like, that's wild.
Well, listen.
Hey, that was me telling you, was it last week, that my house literally went from 290 to almost 700,000.
Yeah,
That's
you did
insane.
say that.
You did.
It's time to sell.
Man,
getting someone to buy it and finding something.
Listen, I'm not selling.
It's my problem.
You
RV,
sell,
sir.
Huh?
He said RV.
I still have kids right now. If it was just me and a wife, I will. You know me, I'll jump on that bitch in a heartbeat. 4 years
Sir,
from now,
buy him his own RV.
No.
He's old enough to drive.
No, he's not. He's 14.
Give him a farm license.
That means you got to live on the farm.
Put a triangle on it. It's easy to live on a farm in an RV.
He ain't lying. Listen, when I bought this house, man, I told you I spent $370 on it, and now it's at $700, and it ain't worth $700. Okay,
yeah, I bought mine for 200, 290, but no, 289, 289. And it's 7 right now. It's in 715.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's not worth it. It's not worth it at all.
No, who's gonna buy it? Maybe some Indians.
And do you want to know what's funny, Tom? Do a $100,000 renovation. You'll fuck up your neighborhood.
Oh man,
to be honest with you, I plan on doing that soon. When that's time for me to get up out
your
of this
house will go from 700,000 to 1.5.
Yo,
I plan
yo,
on doing
Blacks, I'm telling you, do $100,000 renovation right now, Tom. Yo, your neighborhood will be, all your neighbors will be grilling you. You gotta get out of there early.
Yeah,
I will. I'm getting that the fuck out. You ain't got to worry about me. You ain't got to worry about me. Shit, I'm not saying I'm not sick. I do like the house, but I don't like it enough to stay in it. I don't. You know what I'm saying? Enough to want to stay in this house.
I mean, because it's a thing.
Oh, it's too big for two
It's
people.
just a thing, man. And
yeah, most people get stuck on it, and I'm like, I don't care.
Right, because it ain't what's important.
No, that's not what's important to me at all.
Exactly. So your children are pretty much grown. Your last one is on his way out. Yeah, it is what it is. And who wants to?
I understand.
I'm telling
You know
you,
what I'm saying?
$100,000, $150,000 renovation, and your shit goes up to almost $1 million, maybe a little past $1 million.
No, it's going to be over $1 million. It'll be about 1.5.
Think so?
Yeah, I know so. The comps in some of these neighborhoods is ridiculous. This one guy. So okay, the new thing here in Dallas is taking some of these historic neighborhoods, tearing down the old home and building these like super modern homes. So then they bought the home that was probably either condemned or on its way to being condemned for maybe 200, maybe even less. Maybe they bought it for the taxes, for the past due taxes, whatever that bill was. And then they'll build a diamond in the rough, literally. And all the other houses.
They don't sell though.
Huh?
They don't sell though.
And I was about to say, it'll say 1.5. You'll look around the neighborhood, you'll be like 1.5, where? And they don't sell.
Yeah.
They just sit there and rust over.
Got one down the street. It's about 4 something acres.
Yeah.
And they want 1.4. Now it has a gun range on it, right? It has
that's nice.
Indoor gun range, right? And it's been sitting for almost 3 years. 1.4 million. No, sir. No.
They were hoping some rich Maharaja actor would want to be off the grid, off the beaten path, and
yeah.
Do you know, Tom? Do you know the person that owned that house?
Absolutely not.
Okay, so either they own a significant either they own a business that's doing significantly well, or a corporation bought that house.
Oh, probably 100%.
Oh yeah,
they buy houses all the time down here.
You're living right down the street from Vanguard, BlackRock.
From BlackRock, yep.
Vanguard, BlackRock, or the other one. So yeah.
And all they're doing is waiting for everyone else to sell.
Oh, listen. I've been waiting for that shit to happen, dude. Because they already put a fucking railroad down the street in the fast railroad, not bullet train, but it's damn near it's quick, right? And it's supposed to go from Miami all the way up to I think it's not Jacksonville yet. It ain't made it that far yet, but it comes to this area, then goes
St.
across.
Augustine's.
Yeah, and it's not even that St. Augustine. It's going across to Tampa. So it's supposed to be coming from Miami to Tampa type shit. And believe me, when they need some more land, bro, you can have it. Just let me know. You can have it.
Here's the thing, though. Do the renovation first. Don't sell it as is. Do the renovation first.
Yeah,
I'm just telling you, do the renovation first.
When they when they come and say, "Hey, we need this to do a loop on this motherfucker to get this train to go back around, loop this bitch out," they gonna say, "Hey, we'll give you what you want, $750." So
I'm like 1 point. Nah, hell no. I'll be like, y'all got hundreds of billions to spend. I'm like, I want 1.5.
I'm not greedy. 750 sold, nigga.
Hell no. 1.5. This
triple my money. I triple my
nigga, they come to me.
So
they, they got an offer in mind. So they probably will come over. They'll come to you with it because they know you got an offer in mind. So they'll probably to cut out all the haggling. They'll probably come at you with probably 20% over asking.
Yo.
And then
probably.
And then when they hit me with the 20% over asking, that's why I'm gonna bust them over the head. 1.5, you can have it clean and clear. Everything you can bulldoze this motherfucker right now. All I want is a car.
And you get to wreck it on the way out the door.
I'm telling you, you could. I'm like, I'll blow. Matter of fact, you don't even have to spend the money. I'll burn it down.
What's up, Ressa? We about to be up out of this bitch. It's already 12. This is where we're gonna be for the next 2 weeks. If you really want to know, Ressa, we're gonna be over chill on the back porch. I'm gonna rename it tonight. Yeah, that's where we're gonna be for the next.
Name it to the outhouse.
Yo. And guess what I would do? I would have friends that are couples come by and act like they're potential buyers. Put the realtor out there, act like that shit is hot on the market, baby, about to be sold. Let Black Rock come in and be like, "Oh shit."
Nah, what the thing about it is this is an agricultural area, so they're gonna be ending up wanting to change this side down because this is wanted land over here. They want,
of course, it is.
And I'm ready to sell. I just listen. As soon as this motherfucker turn 18, if it's a year before he turn 18, we getting up out of this bitch. The right price, get up out of here.
I'm telling you. Well, hey,
Get a condo for a year. Let him finish out school.
I'm telling you. Hey, the right price is 1.5. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, I keep telling this guy, do the renovation.
1.5 the right price.
You good to go. Once you
I'm
do the
just saying,
renovation,
man.
you all good.
And you know the IRS gonna come a knocking. So
Yeah, how old is you? Go ahead.
Yeah.
I hear what you say.
No, go ahead, Blacks. My bad.
I was gonna say I could have sworn I don't remember what the law is, but if you sell your home for the first time, I forgot what the tax rate is, but it's something lower than the normal tax on realizing any gains, like capital gains or anything. I can't remember what it is.
Oh, you got to be in your house like 5 years or something, and then you don't get charged capital gains for it.
There you go. And you've been in that house longer than that, or will be in the house longer than that.
Yeah, I'll be. That'll be make 9 years.
Yeah, hell no.
Yeah, you're past that.
You're good. I'm gonna sell it. They gonna give me 1.5. If it's a giant conglomerate like that, 1.5, no less.
Hey, I'm trying to sell to China. What the fuck y'all talking about? Hey, China, if you need land, bro, just hit me up. My next door neighbor's trying to sell too, and they next door neighbor's trying to sell too.
You saw the governor of Arkansas told China they had to relinquish their land in Arkansas immediately.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, what's her name? The old press secretary for Trump.
Huckabee Sanders.
Huh?
Huckabee Sanders.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. What's tomorrow?
Good night.
Thursday. We're still doing a show over here. We're gonna do On the Porch with the Blacks over here until we find out what's going on with the other channel. Right now, we're gonna be on the back porch for the next 2 weeks until we hear otherwise. Other than that, man, I will see you guys tomorrow. LAR dipped out. I was gonna say Friday. He's probably gonna do a morning show, I think. I don't know if he does. If he does, he does. If he doesn't, he doesn't. See you guys tomorrow. We up out of here. You guys have a good night.
All right, good night, everyone.
Bye.